welcome. You already know what it is. You already know the vibe. Let's get into it. And for those who don't know who I am, I'm Nation, baby. We don't like Nation. Welcome through. Let's get into it.
Have given us things to speak about than most average black person has ever watching this or will ever do. So whether or not he built the school or he didn't build the school, points on black people, black community, black economics, and notable black figures in the last 10 years than a lot of people have ever done in their life or will ever do in their life. So if you're gonna tear down, do the same task, do the same to people that are peace,
Mm.
and it means I see you as you would never say to assalamu alaikum, you would never say to amen, you would never have that disrespect for that.
Mm.
So don't have disrespect for ancient African language or African history, African animism, religion, and also for Pan-Africans that are actually out there doing the thing. You know, when people say recently that doctors like Dr. Umar's asking for money
Mm.
and he's like, I have money right now. There's a war, against black activists. They kill them often. They jail them often. They're still
Mm.
in
Mhm.
jail now, who were like part of the Move
Yeah, yeah,
organization,
yeah,
part of
yeah.
the Black Panthers, etc. So whether it's Dr. Umar or whether it's anybody else,
Yeah. Um, hey, how you doing? Pray all is with you too. Um, saw your stream or your live today, and it was very pleasing. It was very pleasing, and this is what this country needs. Oh, I take that back. This is what the black community needs prayer because we are psychologically psychologically and spiritually damaged. We are damaged because we expected something not just from one person. We expected something from a variety of people, a very variety of people, and they. I admit once again, we have been scandaled by a lot of people, but it wasn't Umar because Umar has never gotten the chance to fail. But we can talk about it tonight on the We-On-Loc Nation channel. What you did, sis, was absolutely incredible, which is what we all need. But there's this thing in the biblical scripture where the church has a great falling away, right? Has a real great falling away, which means that you are falling spiritually. You are getting spiritually lost in the sauce, and you don't believe in God anymore because God doesn't exist not only in your heart, but it God doesn't exist anywhere else. And I'm not saying Umar's God. This is not necessarily about Umar. This is about us. And where we are right now, hi Lisa, where we are right now in these days of time, it's a problem. It is a real problem when you want to go against our own brethren. Hold them accountable, yes, but spreading lies and deceit, that's a real big problem. a real big problem. But love, all love and support here. And I'm gonna put up the link in a little bit. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any issues, answers? I'm all here.
And people have asked me. I've only recently just got into business building this city in Ghana.
Yeah.
We just sold like 60% of the homes that we are building in Ghana at InvestFest a few weeks ago. So we did an amazing job.
Wow.
Like
Hmm. Okay.
we're doing our thing. Means it's because I'm not stealing money, then you'd see me like your pastor driving the big car
Yeah.
around and living
Fair.
that kind of life. I don't have time for people who tear down black people who are putting themselves in harm's way. We just seen this white brother get shot the other day,
Hmm.
right, for speaking on a platform
Mm.
about the things he was getting shot at. It wasn't black people did it. It's none of black people's business
It's not.
because from what I'm seeing, it was an old white Jewish man that got arrested, and then they're trying to say there was some younger guy that killed. That's white people, white on white crime. Let them
Yeah.
live. That
And I, Charlie Kirk, I still, again, I still have an issue with these people. Not this brother because I don't know who he is, but I'm getting real. It's kind of irritating to hear people speak on Charlie Kirk and say and call him that brother. I have a issue with that because if he was any of like my brother, maybe brother in the faith, but not in life, if that makes any sense. He may be my brother in the faith. He may be my brother in the Christian faith, but not overall. Because if he was any like my brother, then he wouldn't be saying some horrific stuff about Black America. He wouldn't be dibbling and dabbling about Black America, and Black Americans themselves wouldn't be lining up to ask him crazy ass questions about us. Again, people are right about one thing. They are looking for a savior. White folks ain't it. See, this is the effect that most white churches have on Black people. They get that white, that blonde hair, blue eye Jesus effect. The blonde hair, blue eyed Jesus that just went from 12 to 32, showed out of nowhere, fed thousands upon thousands and thousands with one fish and one loaf of bread and two pieces of fish. Who cured people by making the blind see, making the cripple walk. A blonde hair, blue eyed Jesus. Never mind Heru. Never mind Heru. We're just gonna sweep Heru under the rug, who was the exact same record. Oh, that one came out before Christ. But again, we that's a different story for a different day. That's a different story.
but when
Definitely.
it comes to black people things, we should have as much energy
Mm.
as we can to talk about it.
I will agree. And we have a love hate with a love dislike, annoyance, irritation with Dr. because as much as we are very but it comes tends that thing is a progress thing. And then sometimes Dr. Uma comes into that category
Mhm,
because some of the things you're doing are suspect.
mhm.
So
But the thing is that focus on the message and not on the man.
I hear that, but
Same
then the
thing,
man,
man.
if the man is also doing, because we're now going to be quoting, because
Hmm.
Dr. Umar says, get behind this school. Dr. Umar says, don't date a snowbunny. Dr. Umar says, there's things that we can get behind.
Hmm.
Then Dr. Umar's asking a woman to go on a date with him for £500 and things like that. And Dr. Umar's talking mess about a woman that he slept with. Da, da, da. You did sleep with?
You know what though? You know
Yeah.
what though? This is why I say focus on the message and not on the messenger, because the message he's speaking about is a message that's been going on for hundreds of years.
We hear
Pan
that.
Africanism.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The messenger, as you said before.
Martin Luther King allegedly slept around while he was on the road. You criticize Dr. King for sleeping around. You criticize Dr. King for being uh, alpha psi alpha mega a mega fraternity. You accuse Dr. King of being anti-Semitic. You accuse Martin Luther King of being a crackhead, a crack baby, a crack dealer. That was Malcolm Little. You accuse Saja Saja Ali for saying words in her book like man should beat his wife, with possibly you may have put it out of context. So it doesn't matter what, and then of course Umar is accused of being who he is. So people are going to have to make up their freaking minds about who it is that you want to follow, because you're going to end up following somebody. You just are. And never mind about the money trail. When people often say you are wasting your money on Umar and his so-called school, well, who else are you going to put it in? You're going to put it in back into the hands of this white racist government. That's what you're going to do. And when you do put money back into the white racist government, then you're going to complain. Then you're going to want more. Then it ain't no coming back from this. Umar is at least trying to show you ways of how to make money without government assistance. You're trying to find ways to put it back into government assistance. Most of you.
Or is a human being, and is flawed. Everybody's flawed as a human is flawed, right?
Yeah.
But the message, ideas are bulletproof, you know. So the things that he's saying now, when he's dead and gone, other
We could
people will
take
be
home.
saying them,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Whether or not he's dating a snow bunny or whether he's not, yeah, you can say that. I mean, I know he's not dating a
No,
snow
no,
bunny,
I'm saying
but
when he talks about
but
don't.
right,
Yeah.
right. But it's, you know, it's like our parents that say, "Don't do what I do,"
Mm.
right? And then you're like, "Yeah, but you're a hypocrite though."
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me to not smoke and you're smoking.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me to not eat that and you're eating that. And you
Mm-hmm.
can't tell me to not swear and you're swearing, right? But they still do it because they want the best for us.
You know what the problem is? Since people want to go back and review old shit, this all started, and D Rock can testify to this. It all started back with Sarah shooting Shetty. Excuse me, eating peanuts. This all started back with Sarah shooting Shetty. And you know how y'all seen him, how he was so animated and pumping his chest out, and he was wearing the red hat, the red Philly hat. Y'all seen that when he was pumping his chest out. Well, that all started where when he first got in, when he was first introduced into that lifestyle, or in that area with all these hotep wannabe hotep niggas. Some of them are good, some of them are cool, some of them ain't. But who's introduced into that, and he was not he wasn't that popular speaker at that time, but he was putting in work. Sarah student said he saw the problem with that, and the elders spoke on that, including Umar. He got upset. Sarah student said he got upset, got on the mic, and started talking all this rah rah stuff. People thought it was funny. Umar clapped back. People was like, "Oh, this is unacceptable. You're supposed to be a speaker of black people all over the world. This is unacceptable." So if people if people punch me, if a person punches me, I can't punch back. So you mean to tell me if a person punches me, yeah, yeah, you remember, if a person punches me, you mean to tell me I cannot punch back because Umar was going off that day. That's how I first got started, and then it ended up with everything else and the conscious stripper, which I overlooked 1,000 times because hey, whether or not she was faking the funk or whether or not she was real, to me, that's two-faced stuff. But people don't overlook that. People say you was spending money on her. You spend money on her too. I mean, gee whiz. People pick and choose. People just pick and pick and pick and choose. Right? So it goes on and on from there. Not knowing that he had developed enemies. Not knowing that people like the AFW, starting with Anti-Afro Smegali and now Lennon Honor, they hate this man for who he stood for. And so they started doxing him. They started looking into his records because all that stuff is public. I had no idea why. He started looking into the schools he went to. And then the baby mama drama started. This baby mama drama started way before 2014, which he really started climbing up. This started way before. And he was asking questions after questions after questions after questions. They were challenging him then. And he was just throwing haymakers. He was throwing blows at people. Fast forwarding, he hasn't said much, and he hasn't said too much in the past couple of months, or and I would say in the past 2 weeks. He hasn't said much because in my belief, spiritually, he's worn out. He's worn out with people, but you will hear from him soon. You will definitely hear from him soon. So he's taking he's taking time away from the internet per se. Not really, because people were attached to his message, which I'm going to get into tonight. The message, what I'm talking about with Charlie Kirk, how in the fact that you would celebrate, and I already went over this already. The fact that you would celebrate a man's death instead of debating him one on one, instead of going after his talking points, I would rather, and I said this jokingly, I forgot to tell you this. I said what I said. What I said. Punch him, slap him in the face. Punch him in the gut. I was joking. I would rather do that than put a bullet in his neck because he wasn't physically harming anyone. He was a bit of an asshole. No, he was an asshole. He was a bigot and he was a white supremacist. But would I go after Richard Spencer that way? No. Would I go after Pierce Morgan that way? No. Would I go after um who's the other guy? Bill O'Reilly or Sean Hannity that way? No. Unless they did something to me, or unless they did something to my family, or unless they did it in such a physical and harmful way that yeah, we will clap back. I want to ask a question of our people. Are we savages? I didn't know we were savages back then. I thought we were a peaceful people. You're gonna turn us in. Are you trying to turn us into savages? And I do, and I truly get it. I truly get it. I do. I truly get it. But we're not extremists. I am not. I refuse to be an extremist because once you turn extremist, it is hard to turn that shit off. It is really hard to turn all that shit off. I'm not an extremist like any like Lucas. And I will give credit where credit is due. Lucas did an extreme wonderful job on Piers Morgan's show. But how he treated the situation with Umar, he was wrong for that. There's the extreme right and there's the extreme left. And what's happening right now is very extreme, where a not Steve Jobs, but who did I say was very extreme? I said Steve Morgan is somebody. I had to look up his name. He's the first person that went on Piers Morgan's show and said that there should be some quote unquote beheadings. There should be quote unquote some shooting going on. Some pew pewing going. Banner, Steve Banner. Thank you. There should be no doubt for the left to do their thing right and get the same exact treatment as Charlie Kirk. These are the words that came out of the mouth of this white man who calls himself a quote unquote comedian. I'm telling you right now, if we don't put these differences to the side and sort them out, we ain't gonna have a people no more. It's bad enough all these jobs are taken. I'm going on a tangent.
Right? And I do believe that he has black people's interests at heart.
I
And
think
he has
so.
the best interest for black people at heart. And that for me is enough. Whether or not he actually lives up to that and practices what he preaches, um, that's a next conversation about, cognitive dissonance and all of these things. I think that him and various other people and I've seen, I can't speak about.
And you ain't the only one. You ain't the only one that has issues. You ain't the only one. But here and now, this ain't the time to argue because this is not about me. This is not about you. This is not about adults. This is about our children. And you're constantly just sweeping this shit under the rug. You're constantly fighting and bickering over each other. This is the reason why we remain silent. Except for people like me in Philly, which I want to give a shout out to Philly Phil. She is doing an absolute incredible job. An absolute incredible job telling her truth. And people in the comic section always want to say he's sleeping with you or he's paying you just like he slept with Sukihana, which none of that shit ever happened. Now he's on OnlyFans. Really? Umar's on OnlyFans? Really? At 51, at 51, he's on OnlyFans? Really? Doing what? Doing some charitable work? Like, what the fuck is going on? Black people ain't got nothing else to do. And by the way, I did say that I was going to back off going on Lucky's show or going and screening Lucky. I never said I was going to review her content. I never said that. Just in case, just in case you had an inkling of what I was going to do today. I didn't say I wasn't going to review her shit. I wasn't going to review her channel. I said I wasn't going to go on her channel. I wasn't going to go near that shit. And I absolutely said I was going to back off. You're not going to find me nowhere near her comment section ever again. But I have the right to review. I do have the right to review. But I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to even comment in a comment section. I said that. I did say that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's starting to get a little hatred. We have a lot of work to do.
Instagram.
Okay.
There's things that I've done and I've seen that's far more revolutionary
Yeah.
than anything that I've shown people,
Mm.
right? I might all have a scandal next week,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to, and
Yeah.
I've been disciplined enough not to, and that's why I ain't got no kids, I ain't got no baby mothers dragging my name through them, and I ain't got
Yeah.
any of that stuff.
Mm.
But with the right thing that I do for our community, the wrong thing is going to come up as the focus. And so whether or not it's, you know, Malcolm X who died at 40, or it's Bob Marley who died at 36, or it's any of our revolutionaries who died relatively young, younger than around my age or younger than my age, the sacrifices that they did, like everybody now is saying, oh, you know, Bob Marley had 5 wives or whatever he had, and that's not very. I don't give a shit what people think about what Bob Marley did with his personal life, because what Bob Marley did for Rasta, what Bob Marley did for Pan Africanism, what Bob Marley did for revolution, just as
I
change,
almost
is
forgot
more
about
than
old Bob. Didn't old Bob Marley have like 1,000 kids? He had a dozen kids by different baby mamas, and they all loved each other. Some of the most. They all loved each other. But he spoke revolution, and they killed him for it by slipping something in his shoes that simply poisoned him to death. Slipping something in his shoes to poison him. That is wow. Marcus Garvey, they set him up and put him to jail over an empty envelope. Umar's more revolutionary than you know. I mean, we got people asking questions. Is he a revolutionary? Is he pro black? He's more pro blacker than your blackity blacks. He's more pro black than Clarence Thomas. That's not saying much. That's not saying much at all. I don't even know why that came out my mouth. I don't even know why that came. Shame on me. Why did I mention Clarence Thomas? Clarence Thomas hadn't been black since the Black Panthers, which he was in. Oh my goodness.
any human who comments about it has ever done and will
Yeah.
ever do.
I hear you.
And that's it. That's
That's a funny tale, right? I had almost forgot. There's something that happened a long time ago where Clarence Thomas he wrote his book the same, almost the exact same identical way when Obama wrote his book, right, stating how unblack they were. Like, we don't care. We do not care. We seen your wife. We do not care. But yet, people people often think that the Supreme Court justice has your best benefits. I'm telling you. Listen, I am going to, next week, I am going to do a live event on Jasmine Crockett, stating that she is the next candidate, or can be, or could be the next candidate for president of the United States. And I am willing to push that. I'm just going to give you my clarification. I'm just going to give you my bullet points on why she is qualified. I want to give you my bullet points on why she is qualified to be the next president of the United States of America, since we are going to pick a bigot. Pick a bigot being the United States president and Donald Trump. Mind you, I didn't pick him. I did not pick him. I don't support him. I don't support him now. I don't support people like that. I don't support you're doing the exact same thing Ronald Reagan did. Ronald Reagan was an actor. Donald Trump, an actor. And a businessman, a bad businessman at that. And his sons were pieces of shit. Stealing money from the people and stealing millions and millions of dollars from the people. But Umar stole a couple of dollars from y'all. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Get out of here. I'm gonna go to the next. I'm gonna go to the next clip because this is ridiculous. Downright ridiculous. Talking on it. Are we serious right now? Because he stole a couple of dollars. The same couple of dollars you want to waste your money on, and people got mad at him for the whole reparations thing. Like, we should put Omar in jail because he said we don't deserve reparations. He doesn't deserve reparations. Oh, really? He don't deserve reparations. Guess what? He might be right. We don't deserve reparations because we all know where the money's going to go. We already know where the money's going to go. Right back in the government hands. There are going to be people who are going to be smart. There are going to be people who are going to be smart with it. And then there are going to be people, and then the rest of the Black America, we're going to do the exact same thing what we did with those PPP loans. Let's not lie. Let's not lie. Let's not trip. We're going to do the exact same thing. And there are people who are still getting in trouble with those PPP loans. Some of them had to pay back the money, and the rest of them are in jail. They was conjuring up money, like getting money and buying up shit that they don't need to buy. PPP loans were only for if you had if you had a startup business that just came to fruition, and or you've been had that business for a few years. Those were like forgivable loans. Those were forgivable if you can prove and you can show that you had a business. If you didn't have a business, they provide you with a $1,000 grant. $1,000 don't mean $1,000 ain't much. So we that greedy? So you mean to tell me we're that greedy for money? It's despicable. It's despicable. It's very, very despicable. I wanna find something, and I want to point something to y'all, because like I said, we're gonna get into it tonight. We're gonna definitely get into it tonight. While I'm doing research, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation. I haven't had a membership in quite a while, and I'm not begging. I'm just saying, if you're any going to support the memberships, is a support in the Cash App or Super Chat if you like the content. I know you liking the content because you come over here every day, and I ain't got nothing against y'all. I don't have anything against y'all. As a matter of fact, I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all my family. A very dysfunctional family, but family nevertheless. we, I said, because we all we got in this world. We're all we got. 13% of the 13% of the population, and only 1.1% of wealth. 13% of the population and only 1.1% of wealth is that we all have to show for it. The needle has not moved in decades. And there are people who have shown you the blueprint. Many people who had shown you the blueprint on how to get it in. Powernomics. Powernomics, baby. And most of us don't even know how to read. I'm not pointing fingers. I am not pointing fingers at anyone. Now, I want to get to the whole Charlie Kirk thing. I want to get to the whole Charlie Kirk, and it ties in, and it does tie into Umar, which I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm going to go get straight into the point, and we'll dive in all the other extra stuff later. Listen, Billy, I have no issues with you. I don't even know you. I have no issues with Manny. I don't know Manny. Don't come over here talking slick. But in the end of the day, we got our own personal lives. And it would be very special if Umar would open up that school. He could have opened up that school 3 years ago if it wasn't for interference. If it wasn't for interference with his money. But again, y'all don't believe in conspiracy theories. Y'all don't believe in conspiracy theories. You just believe in whatever. It's like, let's just say the roof burnt down. Oh, that's great. Open up the school. Yeah, but guess what? She owes me. So what's your point? See what I mean when people come up with old stuff? Now, if this gets out, of course. Oh, and by the way, Lisa, Hellfire and Brimstone, Patrick, Hellfire and Brimstone on Patrick for life. Now, if I were to say something and it were to get out, then I would have to start this process over and over and over again, which I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because this individual who doesn't exist, she or whoever, I mean, I don't even know who this person is that Patrick speaks of. Patrick sounds white. Patrick sounds white. And oh, I know where Patrick's from. He's from the Ku Klux Klan. Patrick is from the Ku Klux Klan, y'all. Should we have a Ku Klux Klan member come up on stage and talk his BS? Oh, he's from the Klan. He's actually from the Klan. I know. I seen him. I seen him on this individual show. This Michael Mick doesn't exist. I don't. Again, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who this person is. I think I spent more than. I think allegedly I spent 12 grand on a dead person. I literally spent 12 grand. I admit, I testify, I accept, I spent 12 grand on a dead person. Now this dead broad can't pay me back my money. Fuck. Fuck. Damn it. Another one bites the dust. And that's kind of crazy because wasn't this individual married? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wasn't this individual married? Dude, I thought a man and I thought a man and his I thought a man and his wife are supposed to be one, and they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be not supposed to be sharing secrets. Uh, Barbie, rain, hell, fire, and brimstone on Christina. And I know you're sharing the same account, so don't even bother. I know your bitch ass is sharing the same account, so don't even bother. I already know who it is. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I know who it is because they can't seem to stay away from me. They can't seem to stay away from me. So I already know who it is. Could you rain hellfire and brimstone on this bitch, Christina? Yeah, just rain hellfire and bullets. We ain't got time. I'm not gonna. We going way left with this. We going vertical. So anyway, um, look here. The same thing that you talk about every day is the same exact reason why we have never moved the economic needle forward. It's on empty. Your fucking Al Sharpton's ain't gonna help you. Your Al Sharpton's ain't gonna help you. You're Jesse Jack. Where's Jesse Jack? Jesse Jackson's about to be dead soon. You have ignored, some of you have ignored the teachings of your elders and your eldersons for a very, very long time. And by the way, Lucky, Umar has always dedicated and given the proper respects to the people before him. I don't know where in the fuck you got this idea that all he does is copy, and paste. He's always paid respect. But the time that he does pay respect to those people, he's weird. Make it make sense. When he pays the respects of the Elderson's grave, I think he went to Dr. Franz Crescent's grave. I think he went to go visit Harriet Tubman's grave at that time. I forgot who he visited. He visited quite a few people and paid the homage and respect of those people. You call him crazy. You call him a lunatic. You call him psycho. He's not well. Obviously, Pan-Africanness doesn't seep through your blood. Anything African don't seep through your blood, period. Because neither I recall, someone called themselves a Hebrew Israelite. I think that was Lennon Honor. There's nothing. I know some real Hebrew Israelites. I've met Hebrew Israelites, and they don't talk like you. They don't act like you. But we will move forward. We will move forward. And oh, before we do, anybody from my old past has a problem with me, instead of doing this back and forth, we can always meet. And you know who I'm talking to. Because after I'm done with your husband, I'm coming after you. Keep playing with me. You have been a thorn in my side for far too fucking long. It's time to end the cycle. And I already know this. No, do it. Again, I'm like Umar. Like, when is when? When I'm literally in my own little tiny little box with my 2,000 subscribers, minding my own affairs. I am literally minding my own fucking affairs. Lisa, rain down hellfire and brimstone on Patrick because they have multiple accounts. I already know. Just keep raining down bullets. Keep making those accounts, and I just keep raining down bullets on them. Hell, I might come out with the grenade launcher. Please, I love it. I love it. Please, I love the attention. I love it.
Charlie Kirk ultimately wasn't hurting anybody. These kids wanted to talk to Charlie Kirk. That's why I gathered around him by the thousands, right?
And then another point, Angela Staton King also would Charlie Kirk would say behind the scenes. So he always had somebody to help balance his views.
It's a dialogue. It's a dialogue. And I honestly believe Al Sharpton, I think that we debate that. If somebody don't agree, we debate that. I'm a player right now. As a matter of fact. Let me see. All right, here. Perfect.
I don't care how much you deserve to be.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And we should pray for his family.
You should. You should pray for his family. That's the right thing to do. I know.
Yeah, he had different views than me. He would attack me by name.
Mm-hmm.
But we debate that. We don't shoot.
True. True.
Let me get one without this idiot talking.
I don't care how much you disagree with Charlie Kirk. He did not deserve to be killed. And we should pray for his family. Yeah, he had different views than me. He would attack me by name. But we debate that. We don't shoot at each other. And we don't glorify each other's demise. Only right gonna conquer wrong. Only conquer hate. And it's time for us to show the God in us is stronger than the demonic powers that have ripped this country apart. You weren't born holy. You weren't in here all the time. If God can forgive you, you preach forgiveness to others and try to make them better. I don't care how much you disagree.
Yeah. Preach that a white supremacist be better. Again, when is when? When do we get to say enough is enough? That's all I'm asking.
White folk, that there are some white folks who are now doing it too. We'll act like, oh, this because white folks did. No, Negroes been doing this. We've been celebrating calamity falling upon other people that we don't like.
Shouts out to Brandon. Pan-African Strikes Back. I mean, we don't see eye to eye in a lot of things, but I feel a little bit better hearing him speak about issues than I would do Lucas right now, because Lucas, he on some suspect shit. But again, I give him credit. I give him credit for going on Piers Morgan and basically making him look like a complete moron. But you getting too far left on me, bruh. Getting too far left, and I understand why. I understand why. I I'm not a Christian, but I do believe spiritually we could have done something more better to better the situation. We could have told him we could have told Charlie Kirk kiss my ass, fuck you, all this other stuff. We could have told him that. He still would have been alive because words don't hurt. Bullets do. And I totally understand that. Now the Ku Klux Klan, all day. Skinheads, all day. Now you went to and another thing, you went too far with the Hitler shit. You went way left with the Hitler shit. You're gonna compare Umar to Hitler? Really? Okay, that's a bit much.
I remember black folks used to call a child social service on each other to get each other kids taken away, knowing how traumatic it is.
Yes, I worked it. I can testify to that. People making false claims. I had one situation with the baby.
Oh, before I forget, anybody who wants to be cute, if they want to, no, because I recognize the people in here. If I don't recognize you and you come up in here acting all goofy and Lisa, Lisa, Barbie, all I got to do is say rain, hell, fire, and brimstone. Revelations 10 and 12. If I say Revelations 10 and 12 and I say your name, bye-bye.
Mama was upset. Yeah.
It's a matter of
so
fact.
We need to stop acting like we haven't been dealing with each other with savagery for decades.
False police reports.
All types of shit. A woman to sit up and lie on a man who was just fucking her and lie he tried to kill me and put a gun in my head just to see him go to jail. I've seen it with my own eyes. My mom did that. We've been dealing with each other in a savage way. Now we want to act like, oh, we only doing it because the whites do it. Nigga, please. Negro, please. That's like a African tribe saying, well, we only started taking slaves because the white man started doing it. That's a damn lie. You was doing it before you ever met a white man. Let's be real. We love when they act savage because we feel like that justifies us acting savagely. We pray that they lose their morals because then we feel better about throwing ours away years prior. Let me play this.
Dr. Umar is a disgrace. Oh my goodness. So let me just say, I have been, and you guys know this, I've been an ardent supporter of Dr. Umar. When he had first announced his school, I was probably one of the first people to donate to the school. And since then, I've been a supporter of Dr. Umar. People have been telling me, Lucas, you're getting scammed, okay? He's a scammer. You know, he's a grifter. He's a hustler. You just got to let it go. And I told those people, y'all need to kick rocks. You don't know what you're talking about. We have got to get this man a chance. Year passed by, another year, and years have passed by. And I said, hey, we have got to offer some charity to this man. That's what we have to do. And you know what? It's a shame to see how many people were attacking Dr. Umar. And I said this time and time again, even recently, when he said the school was up. Oh, they try to take the school and everything. And he announces, have a date with the doctor and then try to revise it and say, oh, this is going to be a reality show and everything. I still was like, listen, we all fall down. But as Kirk Franklin said, we get up. That's what I was saying, bro. That's what I was saying. Because I was like, listen, if he gets his school up, every black person should be at that school helping, whether it's cleaning, whether it's teaching the skills, whether it's offering, teaching the kids, whether it's offering your services, because that would be a massive impact for the empowerment of the group, of the collective. So I had faith. I had hope, all right? And as time went on, I was shown to have egg on my face. And I'm not gonna lie, there's still an ounce of me that's hoping that, because he's got a 1-month extension. And I'm like, hey, maybe he pulls this together, maybe something, maybe a miracle, right? And I guess that's how they get you. They get you off
They ain't got no damn 1-month extension. What the hell are you talking about?
the hope, right? This is something that I've actually derided other people for. Like, all y'all got.
Johnson's stealing his money, right? But he does. But where he draws the line is Umar Johnson showing compassion for a white guy.
Ooh.
This is some ignorant shit,
Ooh.
man. This is some ignorant shit.
Ooh.
While I did not agree with Mr. Kirk's rhetoric, loss of life of any of a member of the Black African race, I'm ashamed to see members of my, I don't know what the rest says, but you know, of my community. But yeah, Charlie Kirk ain't killed nobody black. Charlie Kirk said some things black folks didn't like. But what we know about black folks, Michelle, is that black folks trying to kill motherfuckers who say stuff they didn't like ain't got nothing to do with skin color. Say something they don't like or get mad. Hell, if you wear the wrong color t-shirt, they'll be ready to lay you low. Am I wrong?
No, sir.
What if you say I'm GDBD Vice Lord? They'll be ready to kill your ass. We're just doing.
So like I said, we pick and choose a hell of a lot. We do. We pick and choose a lot of shit. What up, Manny?
What up, B?
What's going on with you?
Am I
Go
on?
ahead.
Oh, well, I'm on.
Yeah, you're on.
I want to say thank you for allowing me to come on your platform. Um, First, I want to say on your platform, the first time I came up here, and since then, I've been a total knucklehead. All right, and I want to apologize. Okay, my chief advisor, my wife, she been hearing me going at it with you. All right. And we had a nice little talk, and she was like, maybe you go about it the wrong way.
To be perfectly honest, I don't even remember.
Well, you
I don't
ain't gotta
remember.
remember. I remember, and I hold myself accountable at all times. So I'm making a formal apology on your channel. Okay. Now
Bless you.
we like men can agree to disagree, and that's like there's certain things you say that's on point, on point, on point. All right. And then there's other things you say, and I'm like, why do you do this? Why do you do yourself like this? Why do you take it? Why do you go off in another level when you don't have to? Just stay on. If you punching your mission across, then it's another conversation. You feel me? They can't. Nobody. If you bringing it to them straight, bow, and when they get off in left fields, let them go out there. Either they gonna come back or they gonna stay out there. You know what I mean? Now,
Can you give me an example?
like,
Excuse me.
well, like for instance, there's people that's gonna be legit, that's gonna bring a legit argument to you, and then there's gonna people that's gonna bring BS. Okay, you old enough. I mean, I'm 51, but you old enough to know better. You know when they coming with the foolishness. You know what I mean? And don't even let that be. Don't even let that be. Handle your business. Okay? Because in the end of the day, whether you know it or not, I have the utmost respect for you. Okay? I want you to know that. I don't want you to die. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. And if I hear something bad to happen to you, trust me, I'll pull up in Las Vegas and act the ass. Excuse my language, but that's the real. Because on the end of the day, your skin complexion look just like mine. We're all melanated men. You know what I mean? But my problem with Jermaine is simple. You decided to go up into into a world that half of the cats that he was arguing with didn't have half of the education that he had. So why are you speaking on that when he could have just stayed focused on? Okay, that's my argument. Stick what you was doing. Stick with what you was doing. You had the whole city of Philly rocking with you, the whole tri-state rocking with you. Everybody was like, and then you went off in that lane and everybody followed you. And then it was like, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I mean? And what I'm getting at is, if you at 12th grade, why go back to kindergarten?
Okay, so let me say this.
This your flow. This your flow.
I respectfully hear what you are stating, and
Mhm.
you are right in most cases. But in this particular case, Sarah came at him first. And we all know this, and we all seen this because we seen it on tape.
But
We seen it
brother,
on tape.
can I ask you a question?
You're drowning in water.
Can you hear me now?
I much better.
All right. Sorry about that. Can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
Does Sarah have any Sarah education level compared to Umar?
Compared to Umar, no,
Yeah. Okay.
no.
Do
But
you
he
see
is
where I'm going?
educated. He
But
he
my
is
thing is this,
educated.
right? But here's my opinion. And anybody want to challenge my opinion, feel free. But this is my opinion. Who's to say Sarah wasn't sent to distract him?
I'm not gonna go into that because
You ain't
there's
got a no. You got a channel I don't. So I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying it.
yeah.
Okay.
I
You
know
ain't
what I
got
know
to.
what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
You
about.
ain't
It's
got to.
something, and
You can just go. You can
somebody
just
else that had like,
for legal purposes. I
you
want
know
you to
what I
just point
mean.
at
You
me.
know what I
Just
mean.
point. No, just point at me and say that's what he
Everything is
said.
legal.
Just
Everything
do
is
me a
legal.
favor. Nah, because trust me, YouTube. I've been doing my research on YouTube, and I've been seeing a lot of foolishness that's been. They sending people to mess with our people. Okay. When they see us come up with legitimate arguments, and you know how we get. I ain't gonna lie, we get a little out there. But once we sit back and think about it, we doing what we doing right now. But these people ain't got the cojones to do that. Okay, the ones that are being sent to you and saying all this crazy stuff. And it ain't just you, it's everyone on the channels.
You are
I
still.
want you to.
Where are you in? Where are you in the tub or something?
Can you hear me now?
You keep. I mean,
Hold
are
on,
are
hold
you
on.
underneath the tunnel?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Okay, just want to make sure. What I'm getting at is this. I've been doing my research on YouTube, and they sending knuckleheads to get on our channels, all my melanated brothers and sister channels, and act the donkey. Okay, don't feed into that. The mission is we need to stick together like fingers and a thumb to a hand when it's time to make a fist. It don't matter if you Hebrew Israelite. It don't matter if you Pan African. It don't matter if you American Indian. It don't matter if you Jamaican. It don't matter. Like the Jamaican dude that was on your channel, he said it. He was talking about we don't stick together. The problem is we get distracted. Okay, we ain't gotta we all sleep in different houses, but that don't mean we can't sit at the table and bring our meal to the table.
Why do you think he hasn't said anything in a couple of weeks?
My thing is this right here. I don't know why. All I know is a lot of the turmoil that Jermaine brought, that he's going through, he brought it on himself. Okay, he really brought it on himself. He went from. I watched the man go from doctor status. That means a lot of years in school. That means a lot of dedication. That means a lot of determination. That means a lot of focus. And when that money started coming in after St. Paul, he lost it. Between that and the conscious community, downfall. And
Okay,
it ain't
what?
like he can't come back up now. That's the thing I'm saying. It ain't like the thing is you just need to quit playing and all of the nonsense. You ain't got to prove. I mean, your flight itinerary proof says it all for itself. If you
Manny,
get that
Manny,
school, what?
Manny, what is he?
Go
What is
ahead.
he? Again, I ask people all the time, what is he doing? What is he doing that's so
What what is he
out of
doing? I'll tell
place?
you.
What is he
I'll
doing?
tell you. I'm gonna tell you respectfully. I want you to know that too. All right.
Okay,
Jermaine needs to focus not on the conscious community, not on the ladies, not on he need to fast of all of that. He don't need to he need to do I'm gonna open this school and open. Just like he can get on that stage and talk and have you mesmerized, take all that energy and just open that school. The naysayers, the believers, the non, he will shut everybody up.
You
And
don't
I was
think
like,
you don't think he's doing that?
I, it ain't that I thank you. I want him to do it. I'm rooting for him. I'm angry with him. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't think people
My
know the
frustration
purpose.
is turning to anger because of it. That's all I'm saying. I'm
You
rooting for
and
him.
again, I said before, you ain't the only one. But people
Okay,
don't understand what Pan African is. If you don't
bruh,
understand what
bruh,
Pan African
bruh,
means and
bruh,
what it
bruh,
produces, then
bruh,
it
bruh,
shouldn't be. It's not an argument.
bruh.
Because
I
all
got a
we're going to
question,
do is just go back and you're just going to go back and forth and back and forth.
bruh,
And if you don't understand, it's like spirituality, right? No one understands spirituality and how it works. But
bruh.
if I gave you, let's just say I gave you a Ritz cracker, right? And you eat that Ritz cracker, what do you feel? You feel some enjoyment. But if I
Bro,
give you a regular cracker, if I gave you a regular cracker, and if I said we had to downsize that regular cracker to that
now let
regular
me
cracker, you're
now
gonna
let
look
me
at me,
add
look at me crazy.
now let me add to that story.
Hmm.
Your message is strong because you got that box of crackers right there. I can see that box of crackers. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now imagine if Jermaine had focused on that school, had that school, and then uh, when let old boy talk about him like a dog, and then he get that school, and then he come at him like, okay, blah 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 blah. And while we at it, y'all, your children can learn some more of this right here in my school. He should have focused on that school. And that's why I'm not saying it's over. I'm saying focus. If you're listening to me, I'm from the same neighborhood, right down the street from your from Mama Shoemake, bro. Open the school, please.
He will.
No, I'm talking to him. I ain't talking to you right now, bro. I know he watching. Fam, you supposed to be lay down or stay down.
You want me to be
Daggone
honest
it.
with you?
No. Hear me, hear me. I'm not talking him
You want
down.
me?
I'm talking him up.
You,
I'm
you,
not talking him
you,
down.
you,
I'm not
no, no,
I'm not gonna be disrespectful
I
though.
know
Hear me.
you. Manny, calm
Hey,
down, bro.
I ain't even mad.
You
I ain't
forget.
even
I
mad. This is how
interviewed.
we talk.
You forget I was
This is how we
talking with
talk.
the man, brother,
Family,
brother.
family,
I
family.
swear
I'm
to
on his
God,
this
if it
this
wasn't, if I met you and we were having the same freaking argument, and you
we
get
having
a
an
white
argument. We
man
talking on the
coming
same
in
we
between us, calling us all kinds of names, monkey and all of this shit, you know what I would
I
have
might have
done?
a flashback.
Like,
I would have a
Lord,
flashback.
see, I would have
I would
been
have
like, get that motherfucker right there.
I would have been.
I would
I'd have
like
had a
get that
flashback.
motherfucker right
I'm just
there.
gonna tell you right now. I would have had a flashback. Okay, back like I'm in. He would have been an Iraqi in the story. Now,
Oh,
what
okay,
I'm here to say,
you know
hear me
what?
when I'm
I
because we
take that
fam,
back. I take
because
that.
we
Oh,
fam,
wait a
because we
minute,
fam, because
wait a
you and I
minute.
are
I
fam,
take that
because
back.
you and I are fam.
Wait. This is serious. This is serious. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I take back everything that I said because I almost forgot. I take back everything that I said.
Oh,
We're
okay.
not doing that. Let's go on to something else.
No. I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna
Why you
rewind that. Okay. I support what he's saying. I'm gonna rewind that. I'm gonna stand for the safety of me and my brother at all costs. Now, Jermaine, if you watching this, bruh, none of these people know what I'm about to say right now because only you and I know how we talk at home. Fam, lay down or stay down. School up ASAP. And this is
he hear
family
you.
talking to you. This is family talking to you now. Okay? From Columbia Avenue, not Cecil B. Moore, from Columbia. You heard? We tired of hearing your name dragged in the mud, fam. The
They're gonna,
frustration turns into anger. The ones you say, what about my
they're gonna,
supporters? There's anger. Hear me, fam. I'm
they're
not
gonna
fussing
do
at them.
that anyway.
I'm speaking for the people that really love you, bruh, that are mad. Okay, that's who I'm speaking. I'm trying to be one of the voices of the ones who really love you, bruh.
But dude, what
I
I'm
know what I
saying is,
mean. You
you're
know
gonna
what I
get
mean.
people
You know
who
what
do
I
that.
mean.
I
We
know,
talk
but
about the
you're gonna
ones
get
from the
people who
bottom,
do
okay?
that.
We talking
You're gonna
about the
get people
ones
who
from
want to do that
58th and
anyway. But when
58th and
you,
Baltimore. We talking about the ones from 69th and Gerard. We talking about all of them, bruh. I'm speaking for all of them. All right, we mad because your
mm,
name shouldn't be dragged in the
all
mud like that. All right, we love you, fam, and we want you to make it
right,
happen.
I like that idea. Why don't you?
I'm done.
Why
Now,
don't you help
what
them
you were
out?
saying? What do you mean? I
No,
done
just help
tried
them
every.
out.
Wait a minute, man. What are you talking? All right, hold on. Let me
No,
breathe.
no, no, no.
Wait. Let
I'm
me
saying
breathe.
that in
No,
sincerity.
wait. I'm gonna
I'm
answer.
saying
I'm
that
gonna
in
answer,
sincerity. Well,
and I'm gonna
why don't you
answer
go
that
help them out?
respectfully. And let me
What?
answer that respectfully. Let me answer that respectfully. When I done dropped money on them, when I did, I done did some things to make sure things is right, and I'm not gonna go all out because it ain't like that. You know, you know, bro. All I'm gonna say is this right here.
How about this?
I
You
can't
have
tell you. Listen,
you have
all I'm gonna say is
training,
this.
right?
Let me tell. Hear me out. Hear me
You
out.
get hired
I
as
have
security.
done.
You get
I
hired
have
as
done.
security.
I
Manny,
have done a whole.
chill,
Let me. I'm gonna answer
chill,
your question. Let me
chill.
answer your question, please. Let me answer your question. I
I
have
ain't
done a
asking a
lot of
question yet.
things for this man. I've done a lot of things for this man that I can't tell you on this channel right here. Okay. Let me say that.
Oh,
Okay. Let me say that because if I do, then I'll be disrespectful. Okay. I ain't that
hmm.
type of dude. I ain't that type of dude. I was filed one time and I had to make an apology. I ain't trying to make no more. All right. All I'm gonna
I
say
got
is
you.
this: I ride for the bruh, but I can't ride for the bruh when you go wallow in the mud. When you go wallow down there with them, I ain't mad. I'm mad at your actions, bruh. I want you to live. I want you to breathe. I want your family. It bothers me about Nisa. It bothers me about the whole family. But I know that the first step to coming back is that school, and you can do it.
He is going to.
I ain't worrying about whether he is. I'm
He's
telling you
going to.
from the streets,
I know
he
too.
can do it.
I know too many people that know him that say he is the most realest thing on earth. Manny, I know too many people, and one of them is upset with me right now because
I ain't
I won't
questioning
stop
all
talking
that.
about him.
I
But I'm
ain't
not gonna.
questioning
I'm gonna
about
stop
all that.
talking.
I ain't questioning about all that. There's no question about that. What I'm saying
Oh,
is,
we get it. We
you
get it.
hearing it
We
from
get it,
me.
fam.
You hearing
Open
it
up
from
the
me.
school. Got it.
That's it.
Got it.
That's
He's
it.
gonna open up the
It's
school.
it.
He's going to.
Because
That's it.
when he do that, the naysayers, even the ones who's rooting for him, we all got to shut up and fall in line.
Not everybody's gonna do that.
Ain't no other
That's
choice,
the thing
bro.
I'm trying to tell you. Not
Hey,
everybody's
hey,
gonna do that.
listen. When the truth's sitting right there, and the kids running out to school, and and the teachers are in there, trust me, there's nothing that they can say.
You must not know Lennon like I know Lennon. You must not know Lennon like I know Lennon. You
At
must
that
not know
point,
him.
at that point,
You
you
must
can
not
ask your
know.
chat. You can ask your chat. If at that point, everything else is irrelevant, bruh. It's right
So
there,
so
bam.
so so we well, I don't want to say that because YouTube purposes, but let's just say he runs his mouth, right? And he sees the children and the teachers and the well, not lunch aid because you can have your own lunch, whatever. But let's just say he sees all that and he
You know
keeps
what you
running his
do?
mouth, which
You know
he's
what you
going
do?
to run his mouth.
You instead of being on the Instagram talking about Cash App, you know what he'll be doing? I'm gonna tell you
What?
what he'll be doing. He'll be doing commercials about how his school is on point and how you can and win enrollment. And every time somebody say something, he just open up another commercial. Just do another commercial. And do another commercial. And do another commercial.
All right. but I truly get what you're saying. I truly get what you're saying,
It ain't.
and
I'm
without further
saying.
ado,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
listen. Without no question, no doubt. I understand from the heart. I understand what you are saying. I really, really fucking do. But he knew the risks going in.
He said
He
trucking,
knew risk.
y'all. He didn't say the other word.
What
Go ahead. I
risk?
got you,
What?
bro. No, nah. You had said trucking. Go ahead.
No, but what I'm saying is he knew the risk and he challenged himself. And guess what? He is that goddamn close. When you're that damn close, people are going to do what they did to others so many years ago. And I ain't gonna even be on that because nobody wants to go far back into that history. Nobody
But
wants to
but
go far back in that
but
history, so I'm gonna
but
stay right here.
what was the purpose of history? So that we learn from that, right?
No one wants to. That's my point. That's my point.
My thing. That's why. Like, bro, why I had my chief advisor, my wife told me straight out, she's like, baby, you wrong on all levels. That's why I had to come to your channel and apologize and come correct. Okay, my thing is simple. I want you to hear my message. So why not come a different? She says, let me say, she repeated what my dad always told me. Son, you catch more flies with honey than you do with a fly swatter. Now, here what I'm getting at. The reason why, I don't know about everybody else, but the reason I've seen this guy grow and he built a pillar in the community at a young age. But he was a knucklehead when he first started now. I ain't gonna say a lie. It wasn't, people didn't understand why he asked questions. And it didn't matter when, where, how, he would ask a question. And the elders back then weren't trying to hear all that, you know. So that was why he was bad. That's why he was labeled bad. But from
Okay,
that point, I watched
so
this
what
man
was his
go
father like? What was his
military,
father like?
like my dad, military.
Because you and him both come from the same place. Yeah, 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 yeah,
We come from, his
yeah,
people
yeah.
came from the
Y'all
south,
come
my
from the
people came from the
same damn
same.
part.
Yeah, my father was
Mm-hmm.
military. His father was military. My father was one of the first African Americans, or so they say. But you know, that's what they say. But it's called the triple nickel. Jump out of a perfectly good airplane while in flight, and I came up behind him. But the thing I'm trying to get at it was, yeah, his dad was very strict, and his mom, she had a different way of doing business, and you know, I'm not at liberty to talk about his mom and dad in that sense. But I'm saying, as far as his father,
Hell,
strict.
the story's already out. It's
That
already
ain't my.
out, and it's
That,
all
that ain't.
because of this
Listen,
man.
listen.
It's all
My
because.
brother
It's
might be.
all
Listen,
because.
Listen, my family might be watching this, fam, and my tribe, they hold me to a standard. I can't. Without his permission on that, I can't go there.
Bro,
But I can
no,
tell
no,
you
no,
that his
no.
father. I
Hear
can
me
tell
out
you
when
that
I
his
say,
father.
Manny,
Mm,
Manny, hear
mm,
me. Everything that you were stating, everything that you are stating, all of this is coming out. All of this is
that's
coming out. This is supposed to be a private affair. But
the
since
thing.
you have a jealous man, a
Them people don't
jealous
answer to my
human
drive
being,
though. So, I mean, I hear you. I support what you're saying, but them people don't answer to my tribe. I do. Them people don't answer to my wife. I do. Them people don't answer to my kids. I
wait a
do.
minute. What?
Okay.
No, okay, okay.
So what I'm
I know you
saying is
answer that, but
we have rules.
let's
Go
just
ahead.
say
Go
this
ahead.
individual. Let's just say this individual came after your family. What the hell are you gonna do?
Hold up. It won't be on the internet. I'm gonna be real with you. It won't be televised. The
Hmm.
revolution will not be televised.
The
I'm not gonna.
revolution. You damn right it won't be televised.
It won't be
Because
televised.
this is not his first rodeo.
It
I just
wouldn't.
want to
What
let
I'm
you.
saying
I
is.
just
What I'm
want to let
saying
you
is.
know, Manny,
What I'm
Manny.
saying is.
This is what
I
I
ain't
want
that
to let
guy.
you know,
You
Manny.
better than
This is
me.
what I
I
want to
ain't
let
that
you know,
guy. Salute
Manny.
to you, Jermaine, for that.
You might want to watch that too. By the way, just go
Boy,
blink.
I
Just say the
I
word blink. But anyway, this is not his
salute
first
to
go
you.
around.
Salute to
This
you,
is not
Jermaine,
his
on
first
that.
go. He has gone after many and many people before.
But what I'm
They got
but what I'm
snuffed
getting
out.
at but what I'm getting at is this. It started, let's go back to
Right
what you said.
after you, I got to get blazing.
Huh?
Right after
Oh,
you, I
okay.
got to get Blazing.
Oh, no problem. It
I'm here
started
listening,
with
man. I'm here listening.
your boy. I don't be keeping up with the names that much. I know who you talking about. I remember seeing it, but it started with him. I still say if he'd have got that school then on point, that fella would have been so irrelevant, and any of his haters back then would have been so irrelevant, and none of this. He would have been the god. I'm making jokes now. I'm not being funny about this. I'm not being disrespectful. But if he's the King Kong of consciousness, when he'd had that school, he'd have been a god of consciousness. Because they would have been like, my man teaching him. He ain't just talking, he doing it. You know what I mean? But now we done got here. And honestly, I mean, I I just think that, like I said before, Jermaine, you can do it. You can do it. I know you can.
Manny, I want to ask you a
Yeah.
question.
What?
What?
Go ahead.
Okay.
First of all, hold on. Who am I speaking with?
Sorry, this is Raz. This is Raz speaking.
What's up,
We were
brother?
speaking a while back, but the
And
last time.
if I disrespected you,
No. I'm not.
I
I'm not worried
apologize.
about that. Yeah, no, I'm
I'm a
not
man
worried
about
about
it.
that. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. But I know the
No,
last time I speak to you, you was very passionate.
Hold on. Somebody got echo.
Sorry, Locke. Sorry.
Right. Manny, go mute your mic, Manny, and you go ahead. All right.
I wanted to ask you something.
Right, Blaze, go ahead.
No, okay, Manny. I say I know last time you was very like passionate about your feelings and stuff like that. This time you really come around. You're really more humble. I was wondering like what was this? You're still kind of on the fence a little bit, but what's the change of heart now? Because you seem very composed and humble right now. What was the change in there? What happened? What set you up there?
I talked to my wife, my chief advisor. She saw me talking, texting on. She saw the change in me, and she was like, "What's going on?" And I talked to her. She was like, "That's not the way I handled it, and you know better." And I was like, "But she's like, I understand you're angry, but that ain't the way we do it." I got to thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm a man. And, and being a man, you got to know when you're wrong. And that's why that's why I'm coming back and saying, like my elders taught me, which my wife reminded me, you catch more flies with honey than you do with a fly swatter. Okay, and that's my thing. Did I answer your question, bro?
No. You did. I was just kind of curious because a lot of times, a lot of people who like very like anti Dr. Umar, I see they get very heated and passionate about it. You know what I mean? And they start
My
to like.
anger.
Mhm.
So
Go ahead.
the anger is really frustration bottled up for years. I got my both my youngest son is graduating out of high school. He's going into college. My oldest is going for his master's. Yeah, I don't even have a degree. Okay, but I'm making sure they get theirs. And it pisses me off that this dude from my block and my kids ain't going to his school. And let me explain why I'm upset about that. Let me break that down into detail. See, our community is real tight. At least when my era, we were real tight. You couldn't just like if Mama Shoemake saw me acting out and she bust my behind, it is what it is. I hope she don't tell my mama and my daddy. Cause I'm gonna get another one.
Right. right?
Oh, by the way, let's make sure we keep that
I
tight.
mean that in a
You
way.
know,
I mean that in a way. I mean that in a way.
no,
Our
no, no. What
community
I
took care
mean
of
is
each other.
spilling out any names or anything like that,
No
because
problem. No problem. The bottom line is
people been talking
my, ne-
about people been
my
talking
next door
about his
neighbor.
daughter for a very long time, and I'm not talking about Anissa anymore. I'm not doing that.
Well, that ain't got. I'm trying to answer my brother question. She ain't in the
Go,
question.
go, go,
And
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
my thing is my neighbor. Let me say it like this: if me and Jermaine was outside playing and I was acting out, and the
Yeah,
eldest
I
woman,
get you, brother. I get you. I get
you know
you.
what I'm saying? That it was, and that's what it was. And you know what? I'd be grateful. I'd be like, thank you for it. As I got one at home. Okay. But you know what? It made me survive 9 tours, 4 in Iraq, 4 in Afghanistan, 1 in Pakistan. It made me and my brother right now is finishing his doctorate. That's the type of upbringing that we had. The
Okay,
oh
right,
wait.
true, true. No, 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 I got you. I got you. Luck. Now, I was hearing you were saying something with well, even Manitou, he was saying something about the school. If the school being open, that this other brother might stop stop with all his, videos or whatever the case is. What is
Rod, I got an idea. No, no, I'll wait. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's not.
okay, right? He's not, right?
You know,
Okay,
But
so Manny, you
look all
feel
the
hold
he
okay.
is going to stop, Manny.
Hold on. That's
look
Manny.
at all
That's
look at
you.
all of the. I'll shut it down every time I stop talking. Look at all the free press. Oh boy, get though.
Who are you talking about?
We
I'm talking about. You said he was talking about Lennon Honor.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah.
Okay, if the school is up, right?
Right.
Look at all the free press he get.
If the school is up, what? Sorry.
If the school was up, be like Umar be getting all the press.
He would get
Okay,
free press.
of course. But I'll be honest with you, that guy to me, yeah, I think he's a little off a little bit. You know what I mean? Because this guy made tons. That's all he lives off of his name. Period. And people actually donating to him for just spinning the narrative. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Oh, he going broke. He this. Now that he paid for the school, what are you gonna say now? You know what I'm saying? He's still
You
like
know, it's
trying
a
to spin the
possibility. He
narrative.
has another channel, by the way.
I'm
Huh?
He
a,
does
I'm
Sorry?
have.
a,
He has
I'm
another
a,
channel, by the way.
Oh, he does
That's
have a. Oh, see, I'm not sure, but I've been seeing this guy just spinning the narrative.
I don't really get into the linen. You feel me? I'm only going off of what I know. All right. I'm only going off of me being in the streets. Okay.
Right, right.
All right. I can't. And then on top of that, if I was to comment on Leonard, then I would have to make another apology. So I'm not making no more apologies. I'm done. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying?
No, 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 no. I
I
completely
mean,
understand.
I jumped in Fallujah, Iraq for your freedom to speak how you choose, and I will support that. But I'm done. I made one apology for this year. I'm not making no more.
Right, 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 right. No, 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 no. I understand that. I just, as I say, I just feel like, you know, those things are not like good to me, and just being disingenuous and spinning the narrative. And I know we might look at Dr. Umar a certain way with certain things, but this, it's one is trying to do something for black people and black youth and black upliftment and thing, and the other is trying to discredit him because he's trying to do that,
Mayur,
which I feel, which
Mayur,
I
Mayur, listen, Mayur. I'm here to tell you, I support what you're saying, and I feel that, and I'm with you on that. But I still say,
I'm listening.
when I want to make sure I like to think before I talk. I still say that when you open that school, when them doors open up, all the stuff that he said that he was going to do is starting to come into fruition. I'm here to tell you, even the guy that said that he was going to buy the school and put a toilet on it, he has to get in line too. They all have to get in line. The problem is
Are you talking
this:
about a white supremacist?
he got to get in line soon
Are
because
you
the
talking
truth
about the
isn't
Saint?
true.
Are you talking about the Saint guy? Like he was offering to buy the something like that, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
When
some
I
white
was
supremacist bigot.
Oh, so
when
that's
I'm
somebody different, Lock? We talking about?
What he's talking about, the first
go
person he
ahead.
was talking about was Marquise, aka
Yes, the
Saint
Saint.
Clinic.
Yeah, he was offering, to buy or whatever, pay something or whatever. After he been talk, you notice he doesn't really talk about him much like before. I don't know if you noticed that because he
Because
was
Yeah,
out there hard.
you
he
know
thought that he
why?
was going to get
You
right.
know why?
I'm waiting.
Because he owed somebody $42,000. That's why.
Oh, for real?
Yes, for real.
Wow.
Another reason why is he thought he was going to get one building for like 40, right? And you got to remember, Merrick, a biotech company, is moving into Wilmington. It's moving 8 minutes away from FBMG.
So you see, no, but think about that.
Wait,
Think of
wait. Imagine the school running and they're doing interns in this biotech company. Because you see what I'm getting at?
no, I hear you, but think about that too for a second too. It could easily spin the other way around that you know. Well, how I'm perceiving a lot of things or what I'm seeing is even with the people when he had the issue with the building. Here you have a community of black people, and in those offices that he's talking about, the city or whatever, is black people there, and we have to realize they are going to start a gentrification process at some point. You see, but if we are not on code
Sound like
as
they
black
already
people,
started.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we are not on code as black people and say, okay, let's help each other. Let's why am I not looking out for the brother or
Right
finding some ways
now,
to help the brother?
right
Then
now, right now, I'm gonna tell you what I see. When my brother from another mother, okay, in fact, it was Umar's family that exposed me to Islam. That's why I'm so highly. I mean, I study all of them, but the first time I ever experienced any type of Islam was through Jamal, the daddy. Okay, all I'm saying is if he focus, the guy I know and the guy I see on these social media is two different people. It's
Have
two
you have
different
you have you
people.
text have you texted Umar before? Have
Have
you?
I? No, 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 no. I
Why
don't.
not?
When because we have a relationship where we talk face to face. I don't. We don't
Oh,
go. We don't do that. All of this other that. It's just me and him, man to man, 1-to-1. Or I'm with the family, or they with my family. That's how it works. I don't do. We. My thing is,
the communications
I'm
are
trying to
wrong.
reach. I'm trying to reach out to him right now to show that you got one. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm telling you, bro, you can do that. Make it happen. You about that business, forget about it. Be about your business,
Trust me, he is about that business.
okay? But
He
but
is about his
the
business. Trust
all
me.
that, but all of that other foolishness he be doing, you can say that for later. You say that for later. Cause right
Dude,
now it's
no,
crowding.
but
What it is it's
well,
crowding. Oh wait,
again,
I'm sorry.
this is the
My bad.
reason
Go ahead.
why. This is the reason why, Manny, he hasn't said anything in quite
Well,
a
I'm
long
glad.
time.
Well, thank you for putting on your side blinders, bro. Cause you a daggone thoroughbred. And you over here.
no, but Manny, I mean to be fair,
I am being
because
fair.
no, but look at this. To be fair, because he's such a public figure, he's going through more scrutiny than anything else. So of
The problem,
course, to us who's watching him, every little detail about his side chick and whatever else his family thing is messing with our mind. It meaning to say, when I say messing with mind, is like we knowing his business, now we have an opinion about his personal business, which I
Raj,
try not to like. I try to, yes, I hear the noise, but I'm worried about what, you know what I'm saying?
my
About
youth,
People
what he
are
think with
actually
his
going to
family.
do.
my
Yeah.
my youth. You know why they got? You know why? How much you know about the Kentucky Derby? A lot or little?
A little bit,
All right.
not
Do you
much.
know why those horses be wearing them little pieces of board on the side of their
Yeah,
eyes?
yeah, the thing, yeah, it's like a focus. It's like for them to not get distracted by anything on the side, you know?
Well, okay, I'm gonna say it like this then. When between the donations for St. Paul and the conscious community, those side blinders came off. Now you got this thoroughbred running all over the daggone track, going bananas, just running over. I mean, he ain't just beating everybody. He running into get out my way, elbowing people, instead of just and making records.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't feel that's a good analogy.
That
I'll
is
be
a good
honest with you.
idea. That is. He over there
Really?
beating. He just knocking
No,
people out the
because
way.
no,
No,
because
wait a
look,
minute. You could ain't nobody was touching him in the conscious community because he was elbowing them. He was hitting them with
yeah,
stuff he learned in ninth grade.
no, but that's what I feel that's still not a good analogy because look, I feel that the doctor is a human being.
If
You know what I'm
he would have
saying?
just
And
no, he,
so I expect
So he's not a
flaws.
human being?
You know what I'm saying? I expect
that ain't what I'm
flaws.
getting
That's what I
at.
said. Like the
That ain't what
analogy
I'm
with the
getting at.
horse is not thinking. And I see. Listen,
Put
I
them
have
side by back on and
no, no,
finish making
but
records,
I feel he.
thoroughbred.
Look at this. I feel the doctor has always been focused. To
Mm-mm.
me, in my opinion, he has never
No,
been out of focus. He has always been
no,
focused. Yes, he's a human being.
no.
I know he has, girls or whatever. I'm a man. I tell you, I see a fat,
I
sexy
ain't.
thing.
I'm
You know what I'm
not.
saying?
I,
But
See,
hey,
this,
hey,
this,
hey,
this is the
whoa.
thing. See, this is the thing. This is the
Listen, the
reason why I
bread
say
before the
that
head.
that
Okay,
the black community is psychologically and spiritually
get that paper.
the black community is psychologically and spiritually damaged because we have been spoiled. We've been spoiled from a lot of people, haven't we not? We have been spoiled from Tommy. We have been spoiled from Brother Polite. We have been spoiled
I don't know
through
all
Young
them.
Pharaoh. We've been spoiled through a lot of Negroes throughout the years, haven't we not? And I get it. I personally get it. People talk a whole bunch of shit and don't even produce shit. Haven't
right.
produced anything.
No, I
But the
could
man
genuinely say,
produced an actual building that costs more than what, $14
yeah.
million?
No, I could generally say the doctor is doing the work and he is focused because he's actually doing it. The man
Saying
actually
that.
look, I'm just saying when he didn't have his degrees,
Well,
oh, they make up all kind of things. He
to
got
be
a
fair,
degree.
I don't mean to cut you off, but
Go
this
ahead, go
is his
ahead, go ahead.
this is his point. This is Manny's point. Stay in that school, get in that school, get it done. Get the floors done, get the certificate of occupancy, get it open, get it done.
Lock. That's what to me, that's what he's doing. But I think we're not because we're seeing him on social media and stuff like that, we don't realize that this doctor, in order for him to to get these funds and to get new followers or people who's supporting him, he has to go around the world in some sense. He has to market himself. So I that's why I get what he's
So let
doing.
me
He
play,
has
so let
to,
me play devil's advocate with you.
you know what I'm
Why the
saying?
fuck
People
is he begging? Why
sorry?
the fuck is Umar begging all the time?
Yeah,
Why
you
is he
see,
begging?
and they're
Why
thinking
don't he
is
get a job like everybody else? Why is he
right,
begging?
right. You see these things. Like they're thinking like he's begging and all of this stuff. Like really, like stop. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I,
We as a collective community is the ones we have to do this. We as a
Okay,
collective have
wait,
to.
Hey,
hold
I'm,
on, hold on, hold on,
gonna do.
hold on,
Hey, Manny.
hold
Hey,
on.
Manny. Hey, Manny. You get this dude walking around. He's sitting there. He begging and shit. Why that motherfucker can't even get a motherfucking job? You know what I mean? Like this
Nah,
nigga
And the thing
that's
is,
begging.
not what we
his
talking about.
speaking is
Now
his
wait, let me
job. That's
speak.
what he does.
Let me say something on that. Let me say something on that.
What's up?
I can't get in that lane. Here's the lane I'm gonna get in. When you start allowing,
You already a
and
lock?
yeah, when he there, he had to get up and go. He's
See,
going to
I
grab
was
something.
right. I was going to make a point. I was
Well,
going to
then let
make
me
a
shut up.
point,
Then make your
but
point. Then
Manny
no, I
messed it up.
apologize. No. Go ahead, and make your point. I apologize. I'll wait. I
No,
apologize.
no, no.
I told you. No, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Make your point, and then I would like to add
You go
to it
listen.
because
Listen,
because
go in there and
I
make.
hear you, I hear you trying to talk like we talk, and and it kind of like rub the wrong way. It's not the fact that he can't make. Man,
Obviously, you don't hear.
you guys,
Obviously, you've been on one
don't know.
channel. Hold on, hold on. Stop. You've
You
been
guys,
on
wait,
one
wait,
channel.
hear
You've
me,
been
hear
on
me.
one channel.
What
You
channel?
don't know You don't know what people be saying.
Well, I'm here to say this. This man makes money outside of. He's a money getter. Don't let nobody fool you.
No, because
All
that's his
right.
I
job.
already know.
He
Wait,
is an
no,
actual clinical
just try.
psychology, and
I don't know all of that.
he
I've
has
seen this
those
man.
credentials, so he makes
He
money
may
off
not.
of that.
He may not work. He may not. He may not. Like somebody. Let me say it this way: if somebody needed their wall painted and they gonna pay him $400, it's done. You feel me? But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah, look, listen.
Okay.
He
Manny,
But
that's listen.
uh,
I've seen.
when you start getting
Rob,
into, here's my
Mhm.
problem
Rob,
with
can you agree
Umar.
with me? Can you agree with me on this? What the
Talk
things
to me.
that I just listed, the things that often people think.
Right.
Check this
Okay.
out.
Lem-
The money that you get, you're automatically going to give it back to the government. Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Maybe not even the government, other foreign entities,
All the other foreign entities other
right?
than you.
Than our own black
So
community.
the more money that you say that you spend, that you basically say that you worked hard for, you're only going to give it back. That's the only thing you're going to do. So why not just spend it on something that is worth spending on? Which is not, it's not going back to the government, it's going right into the community. It's going right back into the community because of what he has already.
Honestly,
It just
Exactly.
honestly,
you cannot
honestly, I think.
open up something without paperwork. You can't open up something
Right.
without paperwork.
Right.
You can't
Honestly,
open
Right.
up something without reservation.
honestly,
So
Okay.
honestly,
And
therefore,
I want to make
what
this.
are
honestly,
you doing? You're spending money
honestly,
where it
if
needs to be spent.
And I want to make this quick
he
point too. Let me
and
make this quick point too. Look at
You're
this.
drowning, by the way.
He, you can hear me still or no? You can hear me still?
Not
Lock,
you,
you
not
can
you,
hear?
not you.
Yeah. Okay. The point is just
Yeah, I
you
can
hear
hear
what
you.
you
I'm
say.
talking
You
to
hear
you.
what you're saying, Lock? You
Yeah, I
hear
can
what
hear
you're
you.
saying? Exactly what you're saying coincides with him paying the actual city the funds that he, kind supposedly had owed them or whatever the case is. That is to show us that he is doing something because no legit person would have to be paying a city. You know what I'm saying? That means you have business, you have some sort of dealing, you have some sort of ownership with the city of Delaware. If you
uh,
didn't have no real thing, guess what? You wouldn't be in no business with the city. You get what I'm
here,
saying? So for
here's
all the
another
people who want to say,
idea.
"Oh, that's is nothing, it's not real," he renting or whatever. He is actually doing business with the city of Delaware, and by him actually owing or whatever the case, that is full proof right there.
But
He has an
Ross,
established business or whatever it is, his thing
imagine,
that he has.
imagine, imagine if Jermaine would have took the money and got a piece of land outside of the city, right outside the city, he wouldn't have went through all of this foolishness. He would have. I'm telling you, he would have. He. Honest, I'm not saying that what he did was
With
wrong.
700 with $700,000.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Where?
mean,
Where?
bro,
Oh,
you can
wait.
buy land. You can buy land and start building, even if it's small, and you build your way up, or put a double wide
No,
trailer on the land.
Manny, I
Huh?
hear you. I hear what you're saying,
He
but
wouldn't have gone through all of this foolishness, man,
no, I
that he's
hear what
going through right now.
no, I hear what you're saying, but I feel I'll be honest with you, I feel a lot of those things he was looking into, even buying land and starting from scratch to build. He looked into all of that to me. But
I guarantee you.
he found a great deal towards the money he had at the time. Because look at
Land.
this. Look
He
the
would
other
have,
day.
if he would have done it again, if he would
This
have got it, oh wait, go ahead.
no, sorry, yeah. This C Kirk person, he got whatever. And guess what? They already donated 6 million in 2 days. 2 friggin' days. But we have to, Dr. Umar have to wait 10 years for you to complain about your little $2 or $5 for the past 10 years. And he only could probably raise like 2 million. Maybe he's going more. But my point is, the money is not probably coming in as quick as it should be
Now I'm gonna say a name.
compared to people who look. Our lady just called disabled black child the N word. I don't know if you remember the other day, and I guess she
Yeah,
lost her job or something like that. And how much they raised? Millions of dollars they raised for this woman
$800,000. Yep.
in
Eight
one
hundred
shot.
thousand
Well,
dollars.
One
I
I'm
shot
ain't,
like
talking
I
that.
we
black
can't.
child.
We need to stop.
That's another thing we need to stop doing.
We
We need
need
to
to
stop
stop
worrying about what
playing.
everybody else doing, and let's focus on
But
us.
that's the thing, and
My thing.
I'm not saying it because I want to worry about what they're doing.
Okay.
I'm saying it because to show you how we have to get serious because these people are just
Okay.
laughing at us. Like, hey,
Okay.
you guys can't get it together to build
I
one
got a.
school, to build
I
an
got a question.
institution for yourself.
I got a
Really?
question for you. I got a question for you. When I, well, first I gotta give you a backstory, and then I ask you the question. The backstory is when I moved out of my dad's house and did my thing, I didn't have a lot of money. I had to work with what I had. I had to work
Right,
with what I had.
right.
My
Yeah,
the frustration. Here's the frustration.
the white
I
man
think I
don't.
speak for.
The white man
Hear
don't
me,
want you to have a dream. He
but
don't
but
Right,
even want you
but
to have a
I,
right.
dream.
I
He
understand
wants you
that.
to
But what I'm
do.
saying is, I'm talking about the bread that I was making from my job. I had to figure out. Okay, I wanted to live like my dad was living, but I couldn't. I had to live within my means. And what I mean by that is for the not for the ones y'all talking about. I'm talking about the people that are frustrated to the point of anger. Okay, with that, the money that he raised, even though he wanted that school and wanted that building, and oh, that'd have been the perfect one. I guarantee you right now, if he's watching this, I guarantee he'll start laughing when I say this. He would have, I guarantee he regrets even looking at that daggone building.
I don't think
Because,
so.
Oh,
bruh,
you must be talking about St. Paul's.
I'm
You
talking
must.
about FDMG. I mean, not
No,
the fact that
I
I'm
I
not
don't
talking
think so.
about, I
St.
don't think
Paul's
about,
could
I'm
have
not
been
the, I'm
MPMG if
talking
you
about,
would have
wait,
gave him $2 million.
hear me. I ain't
But
got
we
$2
all
million.
know
dollars.
that black people
I
don't
ain't got
can't
$2 million.
produce two million
I ain't
nickels.
got it. I gave what I could.
But
Okay,
but
that's all
but
I
to
can
me,
say. But what I'm getting at
You're
is,
going individually. I'm talking
I'm
about
talking about,
schematic.
I'm talking about the jargon and the red tape and all of the miscommunication with the city and him. It would have been a whole lot different.
no, but that's okay. See, but that's what. Look at that there. That's what Dr. Umar is also speaking about. Here we are as a black community now. I go into this office. It's pure black people in here. Pure black
Okay,
people. Okay.
okay,
You mean to
okay.
tell me you all are not trying to side with me to at least get this thing up, but then you're sending
Bro,
wait, let me finish. He's sending things to
go ahead.
YouTubers to to um to spin the narrative of the story. And
as
another thing,
as
and another thing.
as
Look
as the
what has happened now.
doctor
Look
as
what has
the
happened now.
doctor displayed the doctor character that he used to have back when he was on
Yes.
Saint. No, he hasn't.
No,
No, he
yes he
hasn't.
did. Yes
This
he did
guy,
because
no,
he
no, no,
look,
no,
look,
no.
let me
He's
let me
been.
ex
Hey, first of all,
no,
I want to establish that I'm gonna be respectful.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
No,
This
go ahead.
man has been being misbehaving because he's been caught up in all of the drama instead of saying,
No,
you know what, whatever. I got business to run.
no, well,
Okay.
exactly. But look, I'll tell you
Okay.
something
But
about
instead, he
business
went
too.
in there and he went down into the gutter and said, "Hey, you know who you messing with? Do you know who you messing with?" And he went
Well, he's
down
been
there
ignoring.
and
Guess
he got
what?
the
He's been
kicking around
ignoring.
and stomping. Now,
He's been
now
ignoring Lennon. He's been ignoring Lennon Anna for years. Lennon Anna
we
even
talking
haven't
about
seen her.
we ain't
Yeah.
talking about
Hasn't
And
I'm
even,
okay,
we ain't
hasn't
talking
even
about
shook the man's
we
no,
hand
ain't
yet.
talking about Lennon
but
Anna.
but but
We
look
ain't
at
You
even
this
ain't
thing.
talking
even
about
talking
Lennon
about the man
Anna.
then.
See, look,
You
you
Manny,
don't
trying to
even know who he
we
is.
you said that
How
whatever.
you gonna
no,
have
but
a
Manny,
hold on?
Manny,
You have a
Manny,
you have a person who lives in
Ross,
Los Angeles,
wait.
California,
look,
Los Angeles,
look, if
California, who now lives
You
in
just got a
Utah.
problem with, hey, you just
Manny,
got a
Utah.
problem with,
What does a
you must
nigga from
hate me.
Utah
I
have
don't,
anything to
I
do
don't,
with a man
I
that lives
don't.
in Philly?
Manny,
Philly,
look at this.
Wait.
Philly.
Let him get it out.
Manny, look at this. If me and
Hey,
you have if me and
Rod. We need to establish that We-On-Loc hates.
no,
About
listen,
what?
I don't think with him
Hey,
either. I just feel
No,
he
I was gonna say
bogus.
despise
I
his
feel
actions.
we
Let's say that.
no, I feel
Let me
Lennon
say
Honor
well,
is a
I don't
bogus
use that
and
word hate because I
I
I apologize.
identify hate as
My
something
bad.
else. I
no,
My
don't
he's
I
bad.
don't
bogus and
like
he's a
I
I
real
don't like
retract. You
do,
just don't
do,
like his actions. I got you.
no,
Go ahead.
those type of people are very dangerous to our community. I don't know why people would donate to this man, but just
You
tear
say
him down
they're
some.
dangerous. I say
He's a
they
danger to the community. You
you
don't do
gotta
that. He's
just like
way off code. He way
wait.
off
Okay.
code.
All right, now watch. You see that symbol on We-On-Loc channel? It got a yin and a yang. You can't have one without the other. So you need so Umar or what y'all call I can call him Jermaine. Jermaine needs people like him.
people like me.
No, people like Lennon.
No, he doesn't.
No,
No,
Yeah,
he
you do
doesn't.
because
not
No,
like that.
no, he
Not
doesn't.
like that.
No, no,
y'all say it
no,
that way, but I say it
Not
differently.
like
Okay,
that.
I
no,
don't
no,
really know much about this guy, Mr. Honor. Okay, I don't know.
no,
So
no.
I don't
He's a
know.
stumbling block.
Y'all keep talking.
He is a
Okay, well,
stumbling. Listen, that man is a stumbling block to the community. You don't do
okay,
that. You're
that's your
strictly off
opinion.
code. No,
That's
he
your
is.
opinion.
He is
Nope.
because where's Leonard? Where's
Allegedly,
Leonard? Where's that
allegedly,
Leonard? Where's his school?
allegedly.
Where's his school?
I'm not saying you're
Where's
wrong.
his
I'm just saying
buildings?
allegedly. These are
Where's
all
his
valid
buildings?
questions. All
You
valid
see,
questions. But it's
he's
allegedly. You
listen.
forgot where we at. You
I'm not.
forgot where we at. Where
Yeah,
we
but I'm not.
on. Okay.
I'm not against people being critical of somebody,
I ain't
and
trying to get
asking
my
a
brother's
question.
channel messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
asking a question. I get that. I could, people could be honest and ask a question about,
oh yeah,
okay,
I
hey,
respect your question.
was what. But
My
when
thing
you
is go
create
ahead.
a whole channel for just discrediting a man and spinning false narrative,
Well then you
no,
create a channel. Well then if you got a problem with it, you know what I suggest, Ron? You create your channel about him.
no, that's what I'm saying. But I am not going to create a channel to spin false narrative. That's what I'm not gonna do to like you or to Locke. You know what I'm saying? If me and Locke,
Listen,
let's say if I even if I didn't
Feast
like,
your eyes. Feast your eyes. No. Feast your
wow.
eyes. Take a
look,
look.
But
look,
the
you
Take
see
a look
that?
at it.
You see
Look at
that?
all
Look
this.
at
the
that. That's
Look at all
all.
this.
And people
Look
no, I'm
at all
paying.
this.
sorry.
Look at that. That's it. He's living off
But
the man
I don't
name.
really
Corruption.
I don't really
He's a
see it because I
parasite.
just see nah, I
He's
can't
a
say all that.
parasite. That's a
I can't.
parasite,
You don't
bro.
see
Hey,
it.
I came on this channel
You don't see
do
it.
some soul searching
Look,
and
Look,
also
look,
I
spirit
look,
wanna I
cleaning. So
wanna
I'm
look.
doing that
look.
part. I'm not
Wait,
gonna do that. I'm not gonna dog
hold
that
on. Manny,
man or
Manny,
any other
Manny.
melanated
You,
brother ever
dude.
again. I was
Ain't that
wrong and I'm
Jamal?
not doing that. We
Ain't that
this is how
Jamal?
we
Ain't that
set the
Jamal?
standard. We, you and I,
Brother,
right now,
brother, ain't that
okay?
Jamal?
You ain't
Ain't
gotta
that
agree with what he
Jamal?
doing, but we can't. We got to like you
Dude,
said.
Manny,
is that
He's a
Jamal? The one
is
you
his skin
respect, right?
melanated?
That's
We gotta
Jamal, right?
stop.
The
That's what I
one
mean.
you
I'm not saying
respect.
you wrong. I'm saying, and I ain't saying I'm
That's
right.
that's
is
your
I'm
it?
just
Hey,
man.
saying
Manny, is in front
That's
of
your
your
man.
eyes? You see that? Is in front of your eyes?
That's your
I got
man.
5 decades on this earth, bro. I'm telling you straight up. I'm telling you right now.
But
I'm
wait a
not
minute,
going
wait a
through
minute,
another
wait a
heart to
minute,
heart
wait a
with
minute.
my chief advisor. She
Hold
made a
on,
valid
brother,
point.
brother,
You
wait a
know,
minute.
if
You
we
We, I
respect
gonna
Jamal,
think
right?
I
be
think we
nice,
should address some of the
we
comments
Manny,
too with
I'm asking you.
Bougie
I
Barbie.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't see
I'm
the comments.
asking
I'm
you.
I
I'm
need to look at
asking
them.
you. And
I'm just coming
you
here to
keep
be honest
talking,
with y'all and be straight with you
which
and
kind of
sincere.
it
I
kind of
mean, if
brings
we're
it up
gonna if
there.
we're gonna
It kind of
push
brings
this
it up
message,
there that you
which is a
acting kind
valid
of
message,
sus right now.
okay?
And I'm asking you, brother to
You
brother,
hear Dub all the
you
time. You don't mind me calling
respect
you Dub, do you?
Jamal. You respect Jamal, right? You do respect Jamal, right?
Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Hello.
Yeah,
You
we
do
could hear
respect
you. I
Jamal,
could hear
right?
you.
I can't hear bro though.
You re-
He on mute.
brother.
I
No,
could
I'm
hear
not.
Locke. I
No, I'm
can
not.
hear him. I don't know though. I could hear him. I could hear you, Locke.
He hears me. He just don't want to hear
You
me.
might have to
He just don't want
translate
to
to
hear
me
me.
because I don't hear him.
He just said
I
to
don't know
me
what's going
earlier
on.
that he respects Jamal
Do I need to
Jackson.
come out and go back in?
No. You're fine. You are totally fine, bro. Don't do that.
What
You
he say?
respect Jamal Johnson, right? You do respect him. How do you respect somebody? How do you
He must
respect
got me
somebody?
on
But you
pause.
gonna let
I
this
don't know.
person call
I
this
could hear you, Manny.
individual out of
Locke, I
his
don't think
Oh,
he
name?
could hear. I don't think he hearing somebody. Somebody's
I
not
don't hear
hearing.
I don't hear
Okay,
lock. I don't hear
Locke, he
lock at
says he's
how
all.
not hearing you.
how's this?
Okay. Okay, maybe he gonna have to
Can you
go in
hear
and come
me?
out. He maybe have to go
Can
in
you
and
hear
come
me?
out. Yeah, I could hear you, Locke. I could hear you. But I think he maybe have to come back in.
No, he can hear me. He just
Oh
ain't
yeah?
hearing me.
Okay. Yeah.
He just ain't
But I
hearing me.
wanted to
Let me
address some of the
explain
people
something.
in
Let
the
me explain
comments
something.
too.
How in the hell do you respect somebody, but you're gonna let a human being like Lennon Niner call him out of his
Mhm.
name? Literally call him out of his name. Gonna
Right.
set him up, and if you click on this, if you click on a chapter one, original regions, you will get. Why are you talking about this man's father?
Right. Right.
And
And that's the answer.
you have pictures of this man's father, and you
Right.
are talking about this man's mother.
Right. And
But you say you have respect
he
for him.
brought his nephew there to talk about his family and things like that too, you know. Then the honor brought the man nephew.
I'm gonna do a Umar. I'm gonna do a Umar. You don't find that
Yeah.
suspicious?
So that's
You
the
don't
answer that
find that
Barbie Bougie
suspicious?
was saying, oh, how is he dangerous? You know what I mean? So I'm assuming she's talking about Leonard Harm, but that's how he's
Hey,
dangerous, Barbie Bougie, because you
Barbie,
you,
look,
you know what I'm
just take
saying?
a look.
Yeah,
I
take a
don't know
look, go
why
and
we're
see.
putting our blinders on. Here he
Yeah.
comes.
Well,
Here he
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah,
Here he is.
yeah.
Hey,
There he is.
my
All
You
right,
could
bad,
hold
hear
on.
guys.
us now?
Hold on a
You could
second.
hear
Hold on a
us?
second.
What's on my end, bro?
Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah, I
hear me
hear
now?
you. Yeah, loud and
Well,
clear.
you're going in the truck, so I'm gonna let it in because you're in the truck, or you're going through a tunnel or something. So
Can you
that
hear me
had
now?
happened before. Yeah, I
You
can.
was kind of breaking up,
All right,
Manny.
just let it go because
My
he's gonna act
reception.
like
I
that.
apologize. My reception.
Yeah,
Y'all get
we
me?
know. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What was, what's going on?
What I
Well,
was saying
we were
was,
just
how
addressing
is
some
it
of the
that you
people in the
respect
comments too, you know. So because since they participating, we're just trying to, addressing some of the comments they're saying.
even T Bone knows where I'm coming from.
Bushy
Even T
Barbie, we
Bone.
just explain you how he's dangerous. You can't have a man spinning a narrative. He was the other day saying how he bringing in people family. He's talking about people family. I don't want to hear anything about somebody's personal family business. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. You know what I mean? Yes, okay, yeah, but I just don't want to be in people family business. So him doing all of that, that's not a good thing. Number one, you spinning the narrative. The other day, you all jumping up. Oh, he's broke. He's broke. Oh, he's about to do this. He's about to think with the school. He's about to. And now that he paid the bill,
My
you're
works,
still trying to spin the
my works is
narrative.
the pit. My works is to piss him off to get it done. Okay, that's how we do it where we from. And so that, like I said before, that didn't get my message didn't get across. So now I'm trying a whole nother message, trying a whole nother approach, and that approach is simple. Okay, bruh, my frustration turned to anger, mad at you. I'm speaking for the people like me. I can't speak for the ones that do what they do. I can't speak for Mr. Leonard Honor. I can't even speak for you or Brother Lot. I can't speak for nobody. All I can speak for me, okay? And for people who think like me, all right? You went to the highest level of education, and then you decided none of that mattered. That's how,
I'll just
But
say
I
this.
don't. But I
and
don't
that's what
agree with
people.
that.
That's
I don't agree
I'm
with you,
watching.
Manny, on
This
that.
Blaze.
dude, this
I
dude
don't
Hold
came
agree
on,
with
from
you on
Blaze.
that.
this
Hold
dude
on,
came
Blaze.
from where I live
Hold on, Blaze.
to
Hold on, Blaze.
doctor status.
Check this
This
out.
dude
We
came from
already know.
this
You don't
this
even
dude
have to
came
say.
from
You
where
don't
I
even
live.
have to say nothing.
Oh wait,
We
my
already
bad, my
know
bad,
where
my
you
bad.
come from, bro. Because we got people in this lane and we got people in that lane. So we gonna keep it where it at. We already know where you coming from, bro. But we got these
I
people over
say,
here. So until
but when
we can emerge as one and we can get all this other necessary nonsense out the way, which
we
ain't gonna
starting it right
happen
now.
because you got
We doing that right
unnecessary
now.
forces.
We set an example right
I'm
now,
saying,
though,
bro, we got
right?
unnecessary
You,
forces
I,
out there, and
Roz,
you ain't seeing it because you think
2 weeks
just because
ago.
he has a revolver and a fist it means he has to defend himself. That don't how that works. So
The
you
the
mean to
fourth
tell me? So
the
you mean to
Second
tell me,
Amendment say
Shorty,
the Second
our
Amendment
Shorty
and the
come
Fourth
down the
Amendment.
street, bro? No, wait,
The Second
hold on.
Amendment,
So
the Second
you
Amendment
got
and the Fourth
you got a
Amendment.
shorty, right? You got a shorty, right?
Uh,
I got a shorty.
yeah,
So you mean to tell me
I got wife.
if we tell our shorty not to cross the damn street and she crosses the street anyway, it's her fault? That's our
What
fault, bro.
you got to give me more scenario. Like what? If she crossed the street and she get hit,
Okay.
so I
How
mean,
about this? Okay.
No, I just want to say,
We often say to each
T-Bone
other, I don't know
Malone,
if you're in the streets or
T-Bone
not.
Malone. I agree with T-Bone Malone. He said all the other Umar haters on YouTube are just copying off of Lenar's misinformation, which is very true.
um,
So
well,
yes,
No,
T-Bone Malone. At
man.
least you see that.
you gonna
You know.
have
What I'm saying
listen.
is this, bro. What I'm saying is this, bro. Let's just say our shorty, our wife, go across the
Mm-hmm,
street, right?
mm-hmm,
A
right?
car come full speed. We tell her, don't cross the street. She crosses
Can't
the
say I
street
would do that.
anyway.
Okay,
Huh?
okay, and she get hit. It's shared
What?
responsibility. I say, and she get hit. Yeah, it's shared responsibility. You have about the we if I tell my wife not to
Oh
go and go, it's shared responsibility. But I'm not that guy. I'm snatching her and be like, hey, she be like, why? You take car.
no, I said, well, okay, maybe we think a little differently because I'm holding her. I'm holding it's like you're not crossing the street. If
Right.
you cross the
I'm
street,
with
I'm
you.
crossing
We know we
the street.
saying we saying the same
So,
thing.
so basically, it's like this: if Umar is in a situation where he has to do things on his own, we often say he doesn't have to do any and everything on his own. He finally
Mhm.
realized that and got help. And with that help, you have people who are infiltrating. Do you understand? He's in the middle of work and you are in the middle of infiltrating. We don't know
Necessarily.
who to fucking trust.
Bruh, not necessarily.
But shit. We don't know who to
And but this is another thing too with us. We just chasing our tail. We just really chasing our tails. I feel is not Dr. Umar who have to get serious. He's already serious. Is we as a community have to get serious. Lock, I think you're stuck,
Yeah, he's stuck.
Yeah, yeah. We
I
as a community have to
I
get
see.
serious.
I see
We
what you're
have to.
saying. So let me
But
break
we,
what you're saying down. Let me break what you're saying down. You said we have to get serious. That means each and every person have to is responsible for themselves, right?
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, but that's not exactly what I'm trying to say, though. But I'm saying, yes, we have to be responsible for ourselves. But
You
we as a
you
collective community, just as you say, a shared responsibility,
right.
we have to get serious. You know
You
what I'm saying?
ever
And stop
you
chasing our
you
tails, our
uh,
tails, because
what team sport? How old are
we,
you if your mommy asking? Ross, how old are you?
oh, 45.
All right. Now you play team sports, right?
No, I don't really play sports, to be honest with you.
Okay. You ever been in a team event or a team you ever had to do something with your family, like
Yeah,
set
yeah,
up
yeah, 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 of course.
everybody had the y'all did a barbecue, right? Or a
Yeah,
homecoming
no, I
or a
got
family
you. I got
reunion.
you. Yeah.
Everybody did their part. Well, that's what we all gotta do. Okay? We all gotta do that. Yeah, I'm
Right.
right there with you. But right now, I think everybody just need to leave him alone. Okay? Or he need to just put his side blinders back on and say, okay, I'm gonna ignore
No,
everybody
look,
else.
look, look.
And the same
Well,
focus he got is, oh, let me say this and I'm gonna shut straight up. The same focus it took to get him his college education is the same way he need to be focused on this school. When he get that school, ain't nobody gonna be able to say nothing. They can't. If they say it, they looking stupid. I've said it over again. And like Locke said, he's doing that. And I'm telling him there are people that are rooting for him. So keep
Well,
doing it.
root for me. Well, root for me by like,
Don't
sharing,
give
and
up. Don't
subscribing to
hear
the damn
nobody
channel.
else. Don't hear nothing.
Like,
But
share, and subscribe to the
you
channel.
wanted this school. You know you can get
but
it. Then make it happen.
if you
Don't let
notice
nobody.
something,
Well,
the Dr. Umar doesn't really even worry about people like that. He doesn't
yes, he
be on the
do.
no,
Yes, he
no,
do.
no, no, he doesn't.
They
He just
can
get
do
caught
that.
up. He just get caught up with certain things,
They
but
worry. Caught
he
up and
doesn't be
worry.
he don't be going out of his way to talk to oh, hey, what this one doing or what this one saying. He a lot of most of the times he's
You
not
know how much.
addressing haters.
You
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
Listen. My sister went to Scotland. She's a couple years older than me. Do you know how much crap that boy went through? And I'm not calling him a boy as a boy. That's how we talk. Okay.
Yeah.
You know how much crap that dude had to go through
Who you talk with, like, with what? What are you talking about? What situation this is?
At Scotland Military School.
Oh, you're saying that he also went to the school that who your sister went to? That's what you saying?
Yeah, yeah. They don't listen. Hear me. You have to have focus to graduate that school. Focus.
Yeah, but what I don't know. What is the point you're trying to make with that? I'm not.
That same focus that he had to go through that school, he need to pull out his bag, put it on, and get to school.
He's talking about
And
when he's a,
all
talking
of the
about when he was
foolishness will
dressed
stop.
to the nine. He's talking about
Well,
when he was dressed all to
Everything
the
he
nine,
said will come
and he
into
was
fruition.
talking
no.
like
Listen,
professional. In
I
other
feel
That's
words,
it.
the Martin Luther King.
that's what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's already doing it to me. You know what I mean?
If you
So
listening, if
it's
you
just that
listening,
maybe
you
it's
can
maybe
do it.
not to your liking or to your speed or to
I'm
what,
not
but
saying
I feel he is
that's
doing it.
Ross.
No
I think
hands down,
I don't think I'm
and he's
conveying my
focused.
message. I'm not conveying my message. I'm not saying he has a speed or my liking. None of what I'm saying, none of that matters. All I am saying is there are people that saying you can do it. Did you hear me, Jermaine?
But he
Oh,
is
he's
doing
All
it.
I'm
hearing
doing.
you. He's hearing
I'm
He
you.
not
is
saying
doing
he
it. It's
ain't.
not like he can do it. He is doing it.
He is
That's
Okay,
doing
where
it.
let me
that's
let
the
me
part where
let
it
me
connected.
let me break it down for you. I'm on the sideline saying you can do it. Okay, bingo. I'm not saying he ain't doing it. I'm saying when you look on the side, when you happen to look on the side, you can do it.
10 seconds.
I decided to take the anger away and apply and move the frustration and go back to what I was mainly doing, supporting them.
Hell, we were all millionaires we'd be supporting. And
Fair enough.
but
Can you hear me?
I think
Yeah, but I
there's
think
a
he's speaking
reason.
like just kicking
I
on and
think there's
off.
a I think there's
I
a
don't know what's
reason.
going on with
The reason
with
why
my
he's saying
stuff.
he has not wavered.
I rebooted all my
Hold on
stuff,
now.
and
Hold on.
I don't know what's
There's a
going
reason
on.
why he speaks this,
So I'm gonna come out and
and
go
he
back
is not
in. Can you hear him?
wavered. Yeah, I hear you. I hear him. He is not wavered. He is not wavered from anything.
Yeah, we getting
And
a bad
he's
feedback from
opening
Manny.
up different schools. Now he has to open up this first one. He has to open up this first one to get the second one off the ground. He still has the high school to open up. And if I had my way, I would have tore the shit down to build it back up. There's a reason, Raz. There's a reason why that school was worth what it's worth. But people often are very, very selfish, very, very
Yeah, but
just spiritual and nipped.
yeah, but
Just
look,
nipped.
just what I mean, I've said it a million times. We as a black community are not used to funding our own institutions. So we now that we're stepping into this arena of funding our own things, we is like a new venture for us. So here's a man who's probably taking longer than expected in your mind. You know what I'm saying? But I completely understand because we're not used to it. As I say, look, the guy got $6 million in 2 days. We took 10 years to get just 2 million.
Why did he
Really?
why did he get $6 million? How? Excuse me. How
Right,
did he get $6 million in 2 days?
right. Okay, you
Because
see?
because white folks are what?
Okay, you see how, and they are used to funding their own institutions, so it's easy
Hmm.
for them.
Hmm.
And we now gonna go and compare and try to be like, but we have to get used to funding our own institutions and stop complaining. We
But
gotta start funding our
often
own
and
hospitals,
often I
getting
hear
our own
I
Live
don't
ahead
supermarkets.
of the
I don't
game.
feel
We
I
gotta
should
do the healing
support
first.
I feel I don't support Dwayne because Dwayne don't have the same product as Mark. I don't feel I should support uh um uh Shaniqua because Shaniqua's product ain't the same as Vanessa. I often hear that a little too often. Does that sound familiar to you? That we often don't like to support our own, but we like to support other people's product. Ooh, I got a call.
Yeah, we like to support everybody else. I don't, as I say, I said this before on your show. We always complain about our own, but the foreign entities who come into our areas and our communities who set up shop get get money from our communities, go back and build their communities, and also hate our communities, and we have no smoke for none of them. We have
I
no
got a
question.
solution.
We
I got
don't
a
say
solution.
anything. We don't ask them anything. Okay, Mr. Arab, okay, what have you done for the community? Hey, get the hell out of here. I'm going back to my country and live my life good. I'm going to build my own communities and build my own whatever. And guess what? You guys could stay wherever the hell you are. No
I
smoke.
got a
Chinese
solution.
man, same thing. Indian man, same thing.
Okay.
The Jewish man, same thing. Look at the Jewish. They
Now
just do for their own self. Go
we
ahead.
got the
Sorry.
problem and the equal sign. Now let me give you the answer. The answer right now for the ones who listening. Let's make a promise to ourselves that at least find you at least one melanated own business that you might find use for. Like if they got a store, even if you just go in there and spend $5 for the month, you gotta walk back. Sometimes you gotta crawl before you walk. I'm coming with a solution. Make that promise to yourself. And while we at it, invest in 509s. If you got small children, grandchildren, education is key. Invest in 509s. While we at it, let's go and get some land. You ain't got to live in the city. You're tired of living in the city. You're tired of the nonsense in the city. Yeah, that's what 90% of the nonsense is at. But if you got your own land, it's another conversation. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. Let's get some land. All these are your own personal promises to yourself. So this is how we take care of, this is how we do our part. I charge all my brothers. If I can humble myself and admit when I'm wrong and tell this man to his as close to his face that I know how, without being disrespectful, pulling up and all that other nonsense, because I would be disrespectful unless he invited me. We can all make these promises to ourselves. And this is how we can start. And then, like mine started, even though, like I said, whatever he eating, I probably don't eat the same. Okay? But I can tell you this much. When it comes to building, let's build. We never get a chance to get it done. Well, you see an example right now. People from 3 different parts of the walks of life. But I ain't taking all this show. I'm gonna throw the ball. I'm passing the ball. Somebody who catching it and dunking it for me.
Had some husband duties, but needed as it may, we have a work to do. We have plenty of work we have to do. And one, stop bitching. Stop bitching and complaining about everything. Start being doers. Start being doers of something, and always complaining about just little shit. Um. Let me see.
Yeah.
The
Stop.
boards on
Yeah.
the
We need
boards
to
on
get.
You know, there was once upon a time he took the boards down, right? You didn't see that, did you?
Oh,
Are you
oh,
talking to me? Or
look,
them?
look.
You,
You know, there
you.
was another guy today.
MDMG ain't number 20 minutes away from my house. What are you talking about?
You hear,
Oh,
Lock?
so you did witness him putting the board down, right?
Lock,
I done seen a lot of stuff. I
Lock.
just
You
don't
could
be in
hear
the
me?
scene like that. I ain't trying to be up there like that.
Lock, you could hear me?
He can have that on.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't think. Oh, you. I'm man. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
yeah. There was a
Right, see
guy
what you guys say.
today. There was a guy today who went again by the school again. I don't know if you saw it. And
Who was that?
he's another little no, but he's another little hater. He gone by the school. No, it is more than one building. But the one building that he's focusing on and doing work, he's kind of like pointing to it and like showing it, and then he's flipping over to the building that is not, Dr. Umar maybe not fully focused on right now. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
And what I'm just trying to get at is that they always trying to spin the narrative to make it look like look the ones that he's not, working on, and look at dilapidated base, you know what I mean? And not trying to see like, look, this is the one that he's trying to at least start somewhere. The first building that he's trying to do, the first two.
What people are the most forgiving people on the earth?
Well,
That's
Black
us.
people.
That's us.
that's
That's
our
us.
people.
That's
Yeah.
us. I'm the melanated people. So I'm saying this so he can hear me. That school get up. They got they. I'm telling you, bro. when them doors open up, it's another conversation, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
and that's
honestly,
what I
that's all we
just feel that
saying.
we need to be focused. We need to be well, us as a community. As I say, he's doing his part. He's just one man. We are looking at him, but we have to look at ourselves, because nobody in look. The microscope is not on us, is on him. You know what I'm saying? So we have to look at ourselves, and as I say, I always say, if Dr. Umar failed, that means I fail. That means we fail. Because as
No,
a black
I can't
community,
say that. No, 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 no,
no,
no. I
no,
can't
because
say
as a
that.
black
I can't say
community,
that. No,
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 no.
yes,
If
as a
no,
black community,
and here's why I say that.
but
Here's why I say that.
let me finish the statement,
I'll
because
stop. Go ahead.
as
Go
a
ahead.
black community, we it's just like with Marcus Garvey, and you know what I mean, and all these things. If this man failed, we fail. That's just because people are looking at us and saying, look at them, they can't even get it together. Really, we all there on the sidelines, and it's just showing what they expect from us, to
I'm
not
gonna
be
get.
to not be together, to not do nothing for ourselves, not
I
one
agree.
thing.
I agree, and then I disagree. The latter part when you said if Jermaine fails, then I fail, and here's why I say we differ on that. Okay,
I'm
if
listening.
I like to break it down. I like to make sure I know what I'm gonna say before I say it. I don't want to get all emotional here. Okay, when Jermaine was getting that college education, he was dead focused. When he was getting his education, period, he was dead focused. Just like I was when throughout my military career. Just like I was, if you're married, all of y'all can relate with me on this. Okay, when I stepped to my wife,
I know your speaker kind of
okay,
like warping a little bit, Manny.
my bad. Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you, but like something's up with it. It's triggering constantly. I
Okay,
don't know if
hold
you're
on.
hearing it too, Lock. I'm not sure if you're hearing it, but I can hear it.
Hold on. All right, hold on. No problem. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. When I said to my wife, I was like, I got to have her. She got to be my wife. I just feel like right now, that same type of determination that I'm trying to describe in so many scenarios needs to be applied to FDMG.
All right,
Can
we
I
gonna
wait? I know. Let me just say one thing about that. I think you're comparing two different things. He
No,
is
I'm not.
focused, yes, but
Mm-mm.
you gotta
Now he is.
realize,
Now he is. Now he is.
you going to college to get a degree or diploma, whatever, is completely different
No, it's
from
not.
you working with a community to build a
When
school.
when
Different. So we can't kind of like say, hey, you know,
mm-mm.
this might get, this might get done before the other, because to get a degree and to get open up a school, like what he's doing is completely, no, we can't say
well,
that.
well, we're gonna have to disagree. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on that.
Yes, that's,
We still brothers though. I mean, don't get it twisted.
of
all
course.
right.
You know.
All right, both of y'all hush. We agree to
Yep.
disagree.
Roger that. Roger that.
All right.
Consider him to be an anti-black bigot. I will never rejoice at the loss of life of anyone who hasn't directly participated in the unaliving of a member of the Black African race. I'm ashamed to see members of my, I don't know what the rest says, but of my community. But yeah, Charlie Kirk ain't killed nobody black. Charlie Kirk said some things black folks didn't like. But what we know about black folks, Michelle, is that black folks trying to kill motherfuckers who say stuff they didn't like ain't got nothing to do with skin color. Because if you
True or false? True or
What
For
he
me to
say?
false?
answer,
Yeah, go ahead.
honestly, we and I, disclaimer: we on Lock Nation do not endorse or support my statement. Okay, it's mine. If he do, then that's what he do. But honestly, it ain't none of our business what's wrong with that whole situation. And all real, we don't. We honestly that's what I'm talking about. That's a distraction from what we need to get done.
You know
Okay,
what?
I feel sorry for his mom, the
That's a
wife,
real good point.
because I'm a family man. Okay, I feel sorry for his children. I really do. But that ain't got nothing to do with us. Okay, It was none of us.
It's kind of funny
We
because they are looking at you. They are looking at you. When I say you, I mean
us.
they are.
Okay, and that ain't got nothing to do with us. In all honesty, we don't need to be talking about it. Okay, we don't need to. How you feel? I have no feeling. I don't know the man. Okay, yeah, he may have said some things about me, but who? That ain't the
Yeah,
first time I've been called out of my name. That ain't the first time that somebody called me a nigger or I've been called many of the things. Is what you answer to. It's what you answer to. That ain't got nothing.
That I will definitely give you that. But
That ain't. Mm.
at some point, you got to say when.
You need to be vigilant.
You got to
We
say
need to be
enough
more
is
vigilant.
enough.
We need to be vigilant. That's what we need to do. We don't need to be walking around like Dorothy and Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
No, we need to
I'm
be.
gonna be
Hey, you
vigilant
need
by popping
you.
somebody in their mouth.
No, no, no,
I'm
no,
not,
no. You
I'm
no.
not
And
condoning
all. Wait.
a bullet to the neck. I'm not
Let me
condoning that.
let
I'm
me
not
say it.
condoning that at all.
Let me say it how you say it in the military. You will properly defend yours, you and yours.
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
Defend you and yours.
You and
Where do
yours.
we get
Or
that one from?
or should I say me and mine? Defend me and mine.
You
Okay.
saying in a different code, brother. You saying in a whole different code.
I'm just trying to make sure.
White folks are used to
I'm
saying
just
that forever.
I've been in the courtroom a lot, so
you know, I
I know
could
how
No, I've been in court.
look. I
I'm
can
just talking how they
overstand.
talk. Hmm,
I have two ways I feel about that. Listen, I can overstand.
hmm.
Yes, as much as I may agree with the doctor about not
Give me two
celebrating.
seconds, gentlemen. I'm gonna mute. All right.
Yeah, as
I'm
much
All
as
right,
listening.
I,
I'm paying
yeah,
attention.
yeah,
all right.
as much as I do agree with him to the point about not celebrating, but I do overstand the sentiments of people who may who may like cheer a little bit, like, hey, yeah, because of this guy was very controversial and he was saying some stuff. He had a energy that now other people gonna match his energy. So that sentiment I could get why people would be angry and maybe celebrate. But as I say, I also get where Dr. Umar is coming from as far as us, maybe holding that celebration that we shouldn't. And I think he also made another
Shouldn't be so.
post.
Right.
He made another post too, just saying he didn't. He said he talked about a celebration, but he didn't say anything about you making an opinion or being sympathetic or something like that. Something like that. I don't know if you saw that one, Lock, but he was. But in
Back.
this post is about the celebration. You know what I mean?
Oh, that ain't gonna be.
And to a degree, I know as you say, yes, man, yeah, that ain't our thing. We shouldn't even be, even
Oh,
thinking about that. But I think he may have said something only because the doctor is an actual
mhm.
orator and he
I
is a
got it.
public speaker. So he speaks in public. So, he's looking at, man, my black community
Damn.
is celebrating and I'm the one who has to go around my black community and speak, where I have to be very careful, where I can probably incite anger people who will incite danger on where I go. You know what I'm saying? So maybe to that degree, I'm thinking he could have maybe made that remark for that reason, because
Honestly,
is it true the HBCUs were on high
just
alert
one. Just
or
one.
something like that,
Just
It was going
just
around.
one.
It was going
Just
around.
one.
You know what I mean? You
Well,
know?
hold on. The thing here's where it doesn't shed good light on Jermaine on that last post. In all honesty, he should have said, um, just like what I just said. We don't need to be speaking on that. All right. And that would have been that. But you also got to remember that Charlie Kirk, while you was talking, a thought came in my head. Charlie Kirk, I see Charlie Kirk's situation just like I see the OJ situation. Okay. OJ got off because of Rodney King. The reason why everybody's celebrating, the ones that do celebrate about Charlie Kirk, is because of Stop Me When Y'all Get Tired, George Floyd, Stephon Clark, Sandra Bland, Eddie Gardner, um,
Michael Brown,
Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown,
George
all of them.
George J.
You got that. One thing about us as a people, us melanated people, we'll just stomach in and stomach in and stomach in and stomach in, and then all of a sudden something just push, and then bam. Let me give you a better example. The incident that happened in Montgomery, Alabama, on the Riverwalk, where the four European Americans decided to mess with the melanated security
Yep,
guard, and
yep.
the whole entire Riverwalk came together. I don't know about y'all, but I got the crying. I got the crying, and I don't. I'm just trust me. I got
Why?
this. Why? Because I got a chance to see all my people come together for once.
Oh
Even though it was crazy, I mean, there was beauty in that catastrophe. Sad to say, but we came together for one. That boy that swam across that river, he was swimming for me.
he was
Okay? He was
determined,
swimming.
right?
He thanked me for jumping out of a perfectly good airplane into Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's what I mean. Okay, but we also gotta when you hit certain levels, you gotta remember you gotta remember where you at. Okay, I'm 51 years old. I don't need to be out in the street acting like a YN.
Brother, you ain't too far older than me. I'm 45.
I'm just saying, the bottom line, we don't need to be we don't instead we act our age. You feel me? That's all I'm getting at.
Dude,
When it comes
that's what the civil rights movement was for. For
mm,
the
we
protection,
me
for the
I'm
protection,
out of respect for the
for the
channel and
protection
you
of
and I are gonna talk
our
offline. You and I
people.
will talk offline about that before I talk on your channel about that. So I'm not gonna respond. I'll wait because I have information I would like to share with you. So we'll talk offline. Fair enough.
I think I already know where you're going with this because I've
No,
heard
no,
it.
no, no. Cause
I've
see,
heard
when we
this all too well.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. What I'll do is we'll
Because
talk, and then when we talk,
people have their conspiracy theories about Martin Luther King. You know what I mean?
no, no, we'll talk. I promise.
No.
That I would. That ain't what the civil rights. The civil rights is a little deeper than that, brother. It's a little deeper than that. Okay,
Okay.
just like
So what do you
Black
know?
Lives
So let
Matter.
me ask you a
Hmm?
question. Let me ask you a real deep question. What do you know
Sure,
about
sir.
the Rainbow Coalition?
You mean just like I know about the Black Lives Matter coalition, just like I know about practically everything that's been going on. Okay, you gotta understand something. A lot of stuff that's going on is a lot of stuff that going on in America. How you think America was able to rip through
I'm
a
talking
country?
about the real rainbow. I'm talking about the real Rainbow Coalition, not this
Well,
fake shit that's going around.
I can tell you the why. I can tell you when it became powerful over in the Bay Area. When it became powerful, I know who destroyed it. That I know,
You
and that's why I want to
man,
show you, huh?
so say it. Ain't no sugarcoating over here.
No, I want to be able to send you the documents. That way, everybody else can see it too. That way, I ain't just up here just running off at the mouth. I want to, you know what I'm saying? That's why I would like to link up with you, and that way you could be like, boom, and he be like, okay, and we talk, and this, that, and the fourth, and you might want to get somebody that knows some law,
Oh,
you know, because it, you know, it should be benefit. A lot of it is free knowledge. You just got to know how to go and look for it. Okay,
oh.
okay,
Fred Hampton.
and.
Okay, for those who don't know, Fred Hampton started that movement. Okay, there you go.
Well, Fred Hampton started the movement, but nah, Fred Hampton, it was already popping off down in the Bay Area. When I mean, like in the Oakland area, and then like, it's kind of like it's all one, but it's hard to
Come
explain.
on.
So I'll just,
No, come
it's
on.
just,
Come on.
Okay,
Come on,
okay, all
we ain't
right.
doing that.
Well,
No, no
all right,
sir, no
all right, all right,
sir.
all right. Well, let's say okay, no problem. You just open the door. I'm gonna close it. Okay, you gotta remember Huey, right? Started it, and Fred was a part of that. Okay, and when he came up here to Chicago, him and him, they would communicate. That's where he got all of his talk, everything he was. And then you had your what, Coolidge dude. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, now
Yeah.
he got the head. He got the. Well, first of all, why? How come he a Mormon right now? Explain that to me.
Who?
Coolidge, the guy that went to jail for the
Yeah.
Chicago branch of the Black Panther movement. How is it that he's a Mormon? After he got
Was
done
he
with his
radical?
time,
Was he
you know about
radicalized?
Mormon?
Was he
How do you
radicalized?
know? How you know he went an agent?
Hmm. Because he thought that Cleaver was an agent. Cleveland wasn't no fucking agent. He just moved. He just
I'm
gave
saying,
he
how you
in
know?
my opinion, he kind of gave up was versus
Mm,
when Huey was in jail. And when he got out of jail, that's when shit separated. But it wasn't really their fault, really. It was all J. Edgar Hoover. J. Edgar Hoover had a plan from the beginning, from start to
mm.
finish, how to dismantle that whole squad. How the
Well,
fuck?
it ain't just he was instrumental in it, but it wasn't just. Oh no, no, don't see. You understand? There are certain agencies that don't have to answer nobody.
I already
You
know
feel
who they
me?
are. I already
Yeah,
know
the
who they are.
alphabet boy, alphabet boy. So you gotta understand the same reason why we are hurt right now as a people. It wasn't. A lot of people think it had to do with slavery. I say well, at least this generation, the crack era,
Yeah,
and they
who brought
made
the
it
crack? Yeah, who brought the crack over here?
exactly. You either went in the military or some government job, or you sold crack, or you knew how to wicked jump shot, or you knew how to play an instrument or something.
Hmm. And I believe Umar exposed all that once upon a time. But yeah, what
That
do I
was
know?
that was the focus dude. That wasn't the dude that was trying to argue with somebody that can't even, you know, they ain't got half the education this dude got. I said it again. I'll say that over and over and over and over. That's where a lot of I don't know. I'm talking about the ones who donated, the ones who rooted for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And
and
I bet
he
you
and
does
he needs
too.
and he needs and he needs a team to tell him, hey,
It's kind of hard to have a team
every
that you.
mm, well, when you go in, I see it like this. Umar, that's the guy I'm talking about, not Jermaine. Umar became Kobe. And Kobe used to what he didn't start. He didn't go from draft pick to championship overnight. Okay, and the
Mm,
reason why is because his talent was so good. It took a good coach to say, "Hey," people around him say, "Hey, you gonna need people to block for you." I mean, for crying out loud, Cat Williams and his the Pimp Chronicles or whatever, not the Pimp Chronicles, what the first one he did, he said, you gotta have people to sit up there and do their elbow in the front. I got you. Okay. But at the same notion, when people defend you, you can't make them look bad neither. If I'm out there with Lock, if I come to Vegas with Lock at, and I am gonna come, and I am gonna meet you, and we're gonna have a good behind time. Yeah, beep time. That's right, I said it. And we'll do that, through negotiation. But the bottom line is, if I'm walking through the street and it's Locktown, and somebody say something negative to me, and Lock say, "Chill, man, I got this." I ain't got to say nothing. He already said it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I ain't got to say none of that. Now, if I go and say, yeah, mother, you know what, and this and that and the fourth, now you'll be like, dang, bro, I already got you. You know, I mean, you do extra. That gonna stop us from going and you wanted to go to the MG, the big old that big old triangle, right? Well, if we sit here arguing with him, we ain't gonna get to where we going. You got a point. See my point?
Yeah, I see your point. But
Just
I
like
gotta,
my, I'm
I
sorry,
gotta
go ahead.
read this. I gotta read this for
Go
Rad.
ahead. Any minute.
It said that Martin Luther King was stabbed with a letter opener by Rosella Curry during a book signing in Harlem. An accident that almost proven fatal, but did not because King became angry.
Mm, mm,
Quite
mm,
interesting. September
mm.
20th,
That,
1958.
that is deep.
That's deep.
That's deep.
And they all say that that he wasn't the type of Christian, right? That he was supposed to, because he didn't believe in Christ. Well,
Mm,
my friend, I guess Christ wasn't Hero, because he also believed, not only did he believe in he did believe in the Christian faith, that it was something, he also believed that the Christian faith was born onto something else. Who created the Christian faith? We did.
mm.
Who was Heru? Who was Heru before? Who was Christ before all this? Heru, because Heru woke up the dead,
And
fed the thousand.
you gotta remember, Christianity is a combination of Egyptian, Tawahedo, and Mithra.
But that's my point. It was all designed.
Okay.
Who basically designed it? Who basically created
Mm.
the order? We did.
Like I
But
said,
we
you
don't.
that's like saying, um, I'm the only one that created my son. I'm saying that Christianity is a combination of two different
No, but I think he's
cultures.
Locke is saying that the concept came from us.
And
The
I'm
concept
saying
came
that
from us.
half of the concept,
we the embodiment of that concept.
and I'm saying half of that came from
Why
us.
is this all coming out now about
Because well,
Martin Luther King?
well,
About Martin Luther King. Why
well,
is this all coming out now?
I had kind of know
let's
about this one, Locke.
let's go in the Bible. Let's go in the Bible. Let's go in the
Oh,
Bible.
wait, wait, what?
In Revelation, it say things that are not seen, things that are not known. Well, there'll be a day where things will be seen and will be known. There you
Yep,
go.
you're right. We got until 2020, what was it, 2038?
There's your
But
answer.
before we start releasing all the files, Epstein files, quote
Well,
unquote.
you know,
What was you gonna say, Raz? I know you were itching
No,
to
I
say.
was saying I've heard about Martin Luther King getting stabbed already on this here. That's what he was talking about, right? I've heard of this information already. This is
hmm
before he got you know,
Mm-hmm.
actual assassinated. There was an attempt before.
hmm
And he wasn't assassinated by a
actually,
bullet.
oh no, it was a speech he made when he said we need to come and get that check. He
But
said,
what I'm saying is, people were
poor
thinking that he
people
got
versus
assassinated
rich
when he was on
people.
the balcony. Is what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying.
He was, oh no, you talking about oh okay, you talking about in the hospital when they put
Then
the pillow over when they put the pillow over his head. And then
I got
after it was done, the officers that was in there, after they were trying to fight with the nurses trying to keep them out, and they finally manhandled the nurses out. And that's when that happened. Then the nurses went to go back in there, and they caught the police officers spitting on
you,
them.
you see when we're doing all this right now. All this. and all this bickering back and forth for nothing. For what? For what?
I ain't bickering with you.
I'd
I
have
came
kicked
up
your
here.
asses out. I'd have kicked your asses out on principle because we could have been done
Why?
all this, all this,
I
all
came
and
up
all this
here.
bickering back and forth for
I
nothing.
came up here. I
It's
came
like
up here
regular
to
black.
apologize to
You're
you
missing. No, no,
like
no,
a
no. Listen, you're
man
missing my
because I
need.
was disrespect. Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
hearing
Go
me
ahead.
ramble, dude. You're hearing me ramble. Let me
I
ramble.
apologize. I
All right,
apologize.
listen,
Go ahead. Have your
listen.
business.
Because again, this is not about you and I. It's not
Oh,
about
okay.
you
My
and I.
bad.
This is
Right.
about what the rest of our community is doing. And there's a reason why in Deuteronomy, God put our people in the wilderness 40 days and 40 nights.
You know why that
Fast
happened?
forwarding to today, we're in the
You know
wilderness
why?
40 days and 40 nights.
You know why? You know
Please
what
tell
that
me
means?
why. Please tell me
That
why.
means let me break that down. We going through our 40 days and 40 nights every day of the week until we decide to open up our eyes and say, hey, wait a minute, something ain't right. What am I doing that's wrong? Okay. And I'll tell you a lot. We have to control what we see. We have to. We have to. When you out here in these streets, you can't just go, ooh, they look good. You gotta say, wait a minute, what's going on with that? Okay. You know, instead of buying Versace and all this other stuff, wearing other people's names on you, you need to be buying land. We need to be focusing on us, us, us. How are we gonna make? How are you gonna? A lot of us have gotten, and if I'm wrong, please, I'm not above correction, but we've gotten so comfortable with convenience and commercialized, and it ain't gonna happen overnight. Some of us got to fall rock bottom and to wake up, bump your head and see what's going on. Some of us can see that person mess up and say, wait a minute, I'm not going to be that one. Okay. But it's not to live it up, it's to live long. Okay. That's the key to the
I like
game. It
that.
ain't to live it up, it's to live long. Okay. The goal is
I
to get
like that.
old. The goal is to get old, family. All right? I don't know no other way. I mean, you gotta think about it, especially us brothers that's above 40. We gotta watch what we eat. Okay. All right. You gotta understand, we up there talking about what's wrong with these young people? They looking weird and this and that and the fourth. It's because of what's in the food. All right. We need to control how we eat. Okay. How you control how you eat is, you know, think about it. Do you really want to be cooped up and this, that, and the fourth, or do you want to go and do what you gotta do and make your the goal is to get the goal be old. Let me just I don't want to I like to talk, but I don't want to take all this show. Go ahead and handle your business. Hopefully I said something that makes sense.
Well, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, and we're gonna we're gonna do this a little bit later within the weeks to come because I want
For
to do
sure.
something a little bit different, a little bit
You
political.
you want me to stay backstage or you want me to what you want me to do?
I mean, you family, so you can do whatever. Uh, just don't just put the shit in the trash when you're done with your food, when you're done with your plate. If you want extra, you want
Stupid.
extra, you want in the refrigerator.
You stupid.
You just don't go in my freaking refrigerator stealing my shit. And I already got the shit all out in the open for you to get. If you want an extra
You know what
plate,
I'm
I
saying?
got the food. I got the food right there.
Hey, bro, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to come up here and clear the air. Because we're both saying the same thing, or at least a lot. We have a lot in common, on at least a common ground. And in order for us to get better, somebody got to set an example. We can't leave the plate, can't leave all of the weight on one person. We got to share the weight too. And hopefully, I'm, we made an example today.
We made an example. I can't say the same for everybody else because everybody else is
No,
different.
we
We
just
had
got
to,
to. Hey,
but
we
we
just
are the. I want to. Well, let me say that. Let me say it
the
different.
spark, man. Somebody need.
We are the examples.
There
We
you
are.
go.
We are. Blaze.
Yes, you don't know. Bless. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Another great program, Lock. Thanks for having me up here. and everything. Bless up yourself, Manny. Hopefully, when you come
Man, love
through the
too,
next
family.
time, yeah, when you come through, when you forward through next time, whatever, as you say, I think you say you're gonna have something political on the show. We could definitely break it down. You know what I mean? And you
I'm just
know,
gonna give you my honest opinion. You know, I may not agree with you, but guess what? We still family.
yeah. Listen, I just feel like we need to, we
Words of
really
in the
have
words of
to,
Richard Pryor, if you
yeah,
want justice, that's what you find, just us.
right. We really gotta get ourselves out of this thing here because I feel we're just like a dog chasing our tail. So we have to do something to our back is against Marcus Garvey said our back is against the wall. What are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we have to realize and utilize our full potential as men and women of this day, in this time, and on this earth. Rise to every occasion. Bless up yourself, fellas.
What's up
Until
to
the
you,
next
fam?
time. You
Nothing
don't
love.
know. Lock. Bless. Give thanks.
Yeah. And of course, this includes our talk. My conclusion is this. Keep making your videos. It doesn't make a difference to me. I mean, one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna look, and all this is gonna come true. You're gonna wake up and realize it. Me, I have my own family, right? I'm supported the mission. I'm not supportive of anything else. I could care less about what he does in his life. Like I can care less about none of that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. His family has nothing to do with me. Period. I'm all about the mission. I wish his family well. We all have issues. We all have problems. We all have our coping mechanisms. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you feel the privilege to look up another man's information and put it out there for people to see. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you feel the need to just do the horrific thing, the most wickedest shit of ever, and talk about his mother like she was a dog. I am so sorry that you feel the need to have clicks and views just because and feel the need that you are somebody when you know that you're not. And we all know who we're talking about. And I'm even talking about Lennon because Lennon is a backstage bastard. I'm talking about this a Pacific female that claims
Don't
herself
go
to be a
there. Don't
journalist.
go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't do
She
that.
don't even
Don't
know.
do
She
that.
don't even know who you
Don't do.
talk.
Don't.
Hush, hush, hush. I'm talking. I ain't even going clean yet. What I told myself, I said, I'm not gonna go there because I've changed. The old We-On-Loc that I left out 5 years ago would have really cussed this woman out. Really would have cussed this woman out. Would give not two good damns. But I'm learning as a person. Is you don't put out certain personal business that is not our business. If that was so, then we all might as well take a camera, right? Take a camera like this one right here. We try to take a camera and start looking at everybody's personal business. Looking at everybody, because we all like we all live good and decent, right? Right? We live good and decent. But what about the skeletons in your closet? What about this? What about the bad things you done in your life? Do we have to? Why don't we just go ahead and just put all that on the internet? I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I did some things that I shouldn't have done.
You ain't gonna
I
go there. I ain't gonna
I
let you
did
go
some
there.
things that wasn't in
No,
my
you're not.
that
All right.
thought was in
I,
the best
uh-uh,
interest
uh-uh.
of
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna let you do
the
it.
person.
Nope.
Hold on. Again, I'm talking. I
But I
thought it
don't
was
want
in
you
the
to.
best
Don't put.
interest. I
Just
thought
don't
it was
do it.
in the
Don't.
best interest. Manny,
Uh-uh.
I gotta put you down. I gotta put you down, bro. I thought it was in the best interest to do what I had to do. I was just trying to help out a person, but since people want to keep constantly putting it out there and putting it out there, I owned up to my part or what I'd done, which I thought was right. Fuck all that other extra stuff. I held myself accountable. Did this person hold this person hold himself accountable? No. And the backlash came for that on both sides. So I'm just as human as my point is I'm just as human as Jermaine or Umar or whatever you want to call them. I call them E5 for a reason. You want to call him Jermaine, you call him Jermaine all day. I don't know him like that. I met the man 3 times, interviewed him twice. I don't know anything about his kid. I don't want to know anything about his kid. Kids, plural. I wish them all the best. I wish them all the fucking best. I wish his family the best. I wish his father the best. But what does his personal business have to do with a school that he is trying to open up for black boys who are going to go extinct if we don't stop all the fucking nagging? How are we ever gonna get to a point? We are this fucking close. And here all you people come out of nowhere. And it's fine. I've seen it come. I've seen it coming. I've seen it coming. And it's going to keep coming. And it's going to keep coming. And it's going to keep coming. Because everybody wants to be a tax man. Everybody wants to be an informant. Everybody wants to be a judge, jury, and executioner. Everybody wants to become something. If you want to become something not because of him, because his message is valid. I'm saying become something because you want to become something. Hell, we need doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs. We're at the bottom. We're at the mere freaking bottom. And the only thing you have to snag at is what he did 10 years ago. There are people who nearly want to destroy you because of your melanated skin. And you want to do this. 10-year-old footage is not going to stop the mission. I'm going to say it again. I have it in the title. 10-year-old footage is not going to stop his mission. I'm going to say it one more time. 10-year-old footage is not going to stop him from doing what he said he's going to do, and I wholeheartedly believe that he is going to do it. Whether you like it, love it, hate it, despise it, don't believe it's going to happen, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you think. The proof is in the pudding. It was like, why would he buy something that doesn't exist? Why would he buy something that doesn't exist? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. Why would he purchase and repair all this and all this and all this and all this? Just to say he's running with the money. So you can make your reports. You can do whatever it is you want to do. But again, if and when that school opens up and you're still on and you've been on that for months on end, but you finally see kids, you finally see teachers, right? I feel the most sorriest for you. I do. Keep doing what you're doing. But don't bring your happy ass back, because you are in the Book of Negroes. I am going to conclude this by saying I will be doing something else next week. And please join me and Lisa and company. Lisa, Barbie, Manny Nippies here, Raz and company, and then joining me on a different adventure, because next week it is going to be Jasmine Crockett for president and how she is qualified to become president of the United States. And I'm not talking about Kamala Harris, because 3 more years of this basket case that's in office, the orange man, quote unquote, who is trying to silence people. He believes in free speech, quote unquote. But the mere thing, he talked about me, oh, silence him. We don't need that. He doesn't believe in the Constitution. He doesn't believe in none of it. None of it. And you know why he doesn't believe in none of it? Because the people that put him in office don't believe in it. But they're the ones that wrote it. Make it make sense. So I'm going to bark on, like I said, I'm going to bark on a different adventure. And we're going to talk about how Jasmine Crockett is qualified. You hear me, conservatives? We all know who you are. Qualified to become the next president of the United States of America. And with that being said, love y'all for life. Peace and one love.